Have I managed to avoid feedback? Have I managed to avoid feedback? Have I managed to avoid
No, I haven't.
feedback? Have I managed to avoid
No, I haven't. Every time I muted myself on Twitch, then I changed to the channel, which unmuted me. God damn it. How is that a thing? What? Elden Ring? What? What are you doing? Is this a good port or a bad port? Good lord. Oh, my brain. Does it have windowed full screen? Yes, it does. Alright, I'll start in a couple of minutes. Right, Elden Ring. Okay, I've turned the volume way down. Is the volume balance good? I don't know. Hey, Dackle. You seem excited for Elden Ring. I guess that's good. Good to be excited. Am I good at Dark Souls? No, I'm not good at Dark Souls. I have a controller. I'm doing well. I got to Ornstein and Smough on Dark Souls. I never technically finished Bloodborne because I was like I got to the point where I could do the final boss, but then I went to do the DLC first because the DLC is like structured so that you can't do it after you complete the game. How is that okay? That's not an okay way of structuring DLC. What? This is not good. Like, don't like if you want to release DLC for your game, like if that's part of your business model, which is fine, right? Like DLC's cool. If I like your game, I want to play more of your game. Please sell me DLC for it. But don't structure your game in such a way that the ending prohibits DLC from existing. That's just really weird. Because then it's like, oh, well, you played the game on launch and you completed it, and then there's DLC, and then you can't play the DLC. I think Fallout 3 is probably the worst one for that, where you just die at the end for no reason. Absolutely no reason. Right, what am I doing? Okay, so yeah, Dark Souls I hated, absolutely fucking hated Dark Souls. And then I tried it again, and then I tried it again, and then I tried it again with a walkthrough, and it was okay. Like I kind of got into it a little bit, but the absolute basic premise of Dark Souls, which is that it just kind of shits on you, I don't really like, and I don't really like the whole sorry, I should say, like, I have no problem with it existing from a game point of view, right? There's nothing wrong with it as a game design. There can be hard games, that's good. I don't really like it personally myself, and I especially don't like the way the fan base responded to it. Like, Dark Souls never does anything wrong, it has the perfect difficulty curve. So what I'm expecting from Elden Ring is an incredible sense of atmosphere, really tight controls, like, really enjoyable, like, really grounded feel. This is what I'm expecting based on the previous games I've played. I'm expecting absolutely atrocious like difficulty curve, like just complete random difficulty spikes that come out of nowhere, stuff that just kills you for absolutely no reason, no explanation. Lore that's kind of fun and intriguing but isn't really worth thinking about because it's not ultimately going to go anywhere or mean anything. So, you know, it's going to be fun. Elden Ring takes Dark Souls and improves it in every way. That's a bold claim. Let's find out, I guess. Right, here we go. New game. No, wait, there. The stick doesn't work. I have successfully trained myself out of invert mouse. I've been an invert mouse and invert stick player for like, well, how long? I started when I was 15, 14, something like that. Using invert, because everyone played invert back then. Like, that was like 30 years ago, and everyone just played invert. That was the default. And then gradually over time it changed to not be the default anymore. So what game was it I played? I think it was Control. I think I played Control without invert mouse. And it was just, oh my god, it was so confusing. But by the end of that game, I'd managed to train myself out of it, so that was good. Right, adjust the brightness so the image on the right is barely visible, which is code for turn the brightness up so you can see. There we go. No, I don't want to discard the changes. No. There we go. Right, Z x-axis, y-axis, normal. I love that, like, the ability to invert the y-axis. People are like, I don't have any idea. Game developers are like, why would anyone want to invert the y-axis? That's really weird, but people keep asking for it. I guess we'll let them invert the x-axis as well. Has anyone ever done that? Has anyone ever inverted the x-axis? That's such a weird thing to want to do. Anyway, I am now a young person, so I play without an inverted y-axis. How exciting. So I don't know anything about this game, basically. I know people keep saying maidenless, and also I'm assuming it's going to be like Dark Souls, and I think it's open world, and there's like trees. Like I know nothing about this game, right? What are we doing here? But choose the basis for completing your character. Helmet, warrior. He does not have a sweet helmet. What? Hero. What? What? This is so odd. What? Naked. Okay. What? So I can be a vagabond who dressed like a knight, or I can be a warrior who dresses like a Saracen, I guess. What? So odd. Press Y. Okay. Oh, so we can start with different things. Right. This guy starts with a sword, and I'm guessing that's a polearm or a vulge. Is that a vulge? And a sword and a torch. And this guy starts with 2 swords and a shield and a torch. Does it change? Can I get the other armor sets? Like, is this what I'm going to look like forever? It's very hard in Bloodborne to dress nicely. Pick Confessor, die. That doesn't sound like a good idea. That guy's got an axe and a shield. This guy's got a bandit. He's a bow. I mean, I'm assuming. Okay. So again, my assumption's going in, right? Dark Souls, Bloodborne were like, you cannot be a warrior if you like, and then the game will be crap. Like, they're technically an RPG. They're technically class-based RPGs where you can pick other things, but like, Sword and Shield, just go. Like, that's the point. I don't really understand playing mage. It seems like a thing to do. Like, you already mastered the game, and then there's like this challenge mode where you can play as a wizard. They start at a higher level. Am I reading that correctly? Do they start at a higher level? Oh no, I see. Level 9, 8, 7, 5. Weird. That's very weird. Is that balance? Is that some sort of weird balance thing? Anyway, Astrologer. That sounds rubbish. Prophet. That sounds extra rubbish. Oh my god, look at this. He's wearing a giant piece of wood around his neck for some reason. Samurai. No, lame. Prisoner, super lame. Confessor, sword, shield. I'm guessing that's some sort of staff, some sort of magic staff or pair of scissors. Don't know what that is. I think I'm probably going to go like. Okay, so like the thing I really liked about Dark Souls, other than the aesthetic, was like being a knight, having a shield. It was cool. It was the best implementation of being a knight I've ever seen. It was amazing. Like being able to like. I've got a long sword, so it's like I can wield my long sword in one hand or 2 hands. I can put my shield on my back. Absolutely incredible. I'm assuming that Vagabond is the choice I should go for if that's the kind of thing I like. Not interested in dual wielding. I don't want this Vulge, but I don't see any better choices. And he's got a sweet looking like knight hat, so I'm assuming I should go for this. They don't have the same stat total, so they start at different levels. Alright, well I don't know anything about the game mechanics, so I don't have any ability to evaluate whether or not they did a good job of the balancing, so let's go. Please choose body type. Type A, type B. Yeah, I am a type A. Name. Hanzibocles. Okay. Body type A, age, young. Has no bearing on ability. Aged. I can't even see what difference that makes. I'll go for mature. I don't know, because this is a Japanese game, right? So by aged, they probably mean like 35. Hi, Percy. I'm not going to call myself Zaros. I'm a knight. My name is Hanzibocles. Origin, Vagabond, Keepsake. What have we got here? This is some bullshit, right? Increases maximum HP. Used to gain many runes. So, I get why Dark Souls people like this kind of stuff. It's fine. It's cute. It's the absolute worst. From a game design point of view, it's the absolute worst. But, like, it's fine, you know? Like, it's a meme, that's fine. It's fine to put memes in your game, I don't mind. don't like. I'm assuming this is quite a lot. I saw someone said earlier. Was it you, Dakil? Said I've been playing this for 170 years, 170 hours. Years, 170 years. I've been playing this for 170 hours, and like, that's great. Like games where you can do that are great. Games where you can play for 170 hours, having made the wrong choice at character creation, absolute bullshit. Like I've got notes. That's garbage. Like if there was a walkthrough, I would have the walkthrough open. I'm trusting you guys. Is there? Someone said, Sanarin said, there's a clear option in the keepsake interface. Like, is there? So what was it in Dark Souls? I can't remember now. I remember reading it and I remember picking it, but I don't remember what it was. There was like a key that you could use to like skip through the first area, I think. And there was a medallion that did nothing. Is that right? Pretty sure. I don't remember what the best time in Dark Souls was. If anyone wants to tell me which one I should take. Like I'm not like there's something going on here. Like there's like a young person thing going on here, which is like, isn't it exciting to be able to like explore and experiment? And that's the absolute point of these guys' games, right? From Software, they're like, the game is bewildering and confusing, and you have to play it multiple times, and you're supposed to confer with other people online and explore it together, and that's wonderful if you're like 15 or like 23 or something. But like, I just want to get on with it. What do we got here? Golden Seed, you think is better? I'm entirely happy to take that. Percy said, no, I never got into Dark Souls. I was given the illusion of choice to play a sorcerer. It turns out magic sucks. Yeah, like, that's part of the point of their design ethos, right? Is like, we're going to give you loads of choices, and some of them are bad. And some people, like, that's part of the whole ethos of the game. It's a hardcore game. There are bad choices. If all choices are equally viable, then your choices don't matter, right? It's weird. But with this one, yeah, like I'm okay with them making a game like that, and I'm okay with people liking games like that. I'm not into it, so I'd rather like in this kind of game. Normally, I'm incredibly spoiler averse, but where I know the game is trying to dick me over, I'm perfectly happy to just be told what to do. I mean, like, okay, so like the first two times I tried to play Dark Souls, I just bounced off it before even leaving the tutorial area. I never even got past the demon. I can't remember what it's called now. The demon in the prison. Never even got past that. Because I'm like, this game hates me. Like this game just wants me to hate it. Like everything about this game is intentionally antagonistic. But as long as I go into it knowing what kind of game it is, it's fine. So yeah, Golden Seed, no problem. Dackle said, I'm sure you will love the imp ashes. That makes me not trust you. Your little smiley face makes me think that will make this game worse. Right, let's go. Golden Seed. Base template. Oh, that's me. Oh, now I can see what I look like. Hang on, let's have a look. Aged. Yeah, that dude's dying. I'll go mature. Is this just like the template and then I can tweak it afterwards? It looks like me. That looks like Hans Ibercles. Doesn't matter, right? Because I'm just going to be wearing full armor the entire time. Very important, I customize my appearance. Can I preview that? How do I know what my voice sounds like? Sample. Whelps. It's really odd that they've chosen combat noises, but I guess those are the only noises they have. Like, I don't feel like there's a massive need to provide so many different voice samples, but I guess it's cheap to do because it doesn't cost that much to get someone. This knackers voice actors, by the way. Like, we do this at the end of the session. Like, we get the voice actor and we get them to do the combat noises at the end of the session, and they're like, and then by the end of it, they're absolutely ruined and they can't do any proper voice acting. I can't actually tell. Oh, that one's slightly higher pitched. Go for that one. Yeah, right. Skin color. That looks like me. It's kind of pale, right? Yeah, it's fine. Oh, look. Oh, I can adjust myself so much. Oh. Does Hans Ibercles have a beard? No, I don't think he does. Where facial hair? We got here beard. It's stubbly. Oh, look at this. Yeah, it's a bit stubbly. Yeah, there we go. I don't know anything about the premise of this game. So because I don't know anything about the premise of this game, I don't know what my character's like. But he seems fine. What hair choices have I got? Oh yeah. It's fascinating to see that like trans representation in games has just resulted in everyone getting more choices of haircuts. Like that's great. Like just everyone benefits. I love that. Took the trans community protesting to get us like more different kinds of hair. That's Leon. That's the Leon right there. That's Hans Zimmerke's hair. There we go. Hans Zimmerke is my Warhammer Quest character. I think. Yeah, Hans Zimmerke is my Warhammer Quest character. Hey, Leth. Shall I tell you the premise? No, I'll be this sort of naked guy. He's got tiny pants on. Why doesn't he put larger pants on? That's what the women are always asking, right? Altered body. Oh, this is all done, right? Save to like I like spending time making my character, but this seems like a game where I'm very much going to be just wearing armor. Percy said, "I just saw the Chippy was closed. Thoughts and prayers." Yeah, I had dumplings and beef from Tesco. It was okay. Yeah, there we go. Look, I put all that time in. It's got a touch too much eyeshadow, but it's okay because I can't see it. It's fine, no problem. This is what my character looks like. Oh, intro cutscene. Yeah, I wanted fish and chips. My wife and kids are away tonight, which is why I'm streaming. I'm not going to order from Just Eat by myself. That's like insanely decadent.
The fallen leaves tell a story. The great
smithing.
Elden Ring was shattered.
Title drop.
In our
Title drop
home,
already. Boom.
across the fog, the lands between.
The Elden Ring was shattered in the lands between, and that's where I live.
Now, Queen Marika the Eternal is nowhere to be found.
Yeah, 2D cutscenes, yeah.
And in
Oh my
the
god,
night
where's the
of
budget?
The Black Knives,
This is unacceptable.
Godwyn the Golden was first to perish.
This is very similar to Dark Souls so far, in terms of its sort of premise and plot setup.
Soon,
Which is fine, it's not a problem at all.
Marika's offspring, demigods all, claimed the shards of the Elden Ring. The mad taint of their newfound strength triggered the shatter.
I don't like this guy's voice acting. I'm not saying he's a bad voice actor, but I don't like the voice direction. Like, he's got very weird, non-specific emotion.
From which no lord arose.
Oh, that looks really old school, that picture.
A war leading to abandonment.
That looks like something from like
by
1980s
the
Games
greater
Workshop.
will. Oh, rise now, ye tarnished, ye dead who yet live. The call
false
of
game.
long lost grace speaks to us all.
Oh, I'm not undead again, am I?
Horalu, chieftain of the Badlands, the ever-brilliant Gold Mask. Fear, the deathbed companion, the loathsome dung-eater, and Sir Gideon Ofnir, The
Okay,
all-knowing.
That's very loud. I turned the volume down to 2. Is this really quiet for everybody? The loathsome dung eater. So those are like the 5 bosses or something that I have to kill, presumably. And then...
And one other, whom grace would
Oh, it's your character!
bless.
Dude!
A
I quote the gamers all the
tarnished
time, no one has
of
any idea what I'm
no
talking about.
renown.
Were they the Tarnished? Am I the Tarnished? Does that mean I've got a piece of the Elden Ring? Is that what it's saying to me?
Across the fog, to the lands between,
Yep.
to stand before the Elden Ring.
I mean, this is kind of like, someone said to me, like, there was a discussion going on the internal Jagex Slack
and
today about whether it had a
become
good story.
The Elden Lord.
And like, this is lore, but it's not, it's lore, but it's kind of meaningless, and it's story, it's not really story. Like, it's kind of just like random lore, and it's cool, like I'm okay with that, but it's not a story. Which is, again, it's like, it's fine, but then I think people come sometimes, like, they're not quite sure. Ooh, a message. First off, arms. I do have arms. Nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. Is that another player? So when I played Dark Souls, I played it on PC long after launch. There were a few messages, but there weren't any players actively playing it really at the time. Is that a player that died? Man, that sucks, dying there. So are these people who... Hey buddy. Oh, he's got a fancy shield with a tongue on it. Check out his tongue shield. Gross. Am I seeing other I feel like my 6-year-old asking me about computer games now. Am I seeing other players just randomly wandering around as ghosts? Good luck ahead. Oh, there's the bloodstain. Red splats are other players' deaths. Yeah, but the white ones just random other players as well. It's like, I mean, it's fine. Like, yes, a wizard's finger, sweet. That is exactly what I needed at this stage of my adventure. Right, let's try some controls. What we got? Stab, bash, nice. Block, yep. Thrust, slash, slash, thrust. Nice. My gift was, I don't remember, the flask one. Here we go. Jump attack. Oh man, I killed. That took so long to kill bloody Ebrietus. Jumping slash. Worst attack ever. Jumping stab. It's not even a stab though, is it? It's more of a smash. There we go, no problem. Right, good at jump attack. Nailed that. It was hard in Bloodborne. It's because the PS controller's so shit. I'm playing with the finest of controllers, the Xbox 360, with a Venom battery pack, which is so old that it doesn't hold any charge anymore, plugged into a USB cable, plugged into a USB extension cable, plugged into a monitor, plugged into my PC, which is the only way to charge a controller. What have we got here? Okay, I mean this is very Dark Soulsy so far, which is fine. Yes! Oh my god, you can smash crates by jumping at them. Not even jumping on them, just jumping in front of them. Okay, I love this. Can I roll? Is there like a combat roll? Yeah! Oh yeah. That's my favourite thing about Resident Evil 6, was being able to like... Is there a slide? Please tell me there's a slide. Is there a sprint? Sprint? Oh. Hold B to sprint. I want to do a slide. That's not a slide. Like that's the best thing to do. Like kick slide. Oh, what's this? Aha. Horse ahead. Thanks, bro. Okay, so there's a tree. There's a tree and there's a castle. And I imagine there's like a big old, like, place. First off, Tarnished, are you ready? Yep. Behold, Erd Tree. Yep, okay, yeah, makes sense. I see the castle. I see the... Sure, see you, bro. Yeah, so it's got like, I mean, so it controls basically the same as Dark Souls, right? I'm not sophisticated enough at third-person control design to tell you the difference, but it feels incredibly grounded. Like, it doesn't have annoying, that thing some games, like Witcher 3 in particular, does, where you try to turn and it plays an annoying animation that stops you from doing what you're trying to do. In this, like, I genuinely don't understand what's going on there. I think the art director has too much authority or something. It's garbage. But like, I feel in absolute control of my character, and that should be the case in all games. I mean, obviously RuneScape has its tick system and its tile system, so we can't really accomplish that. But like in a modern game with a controller, I should always feel like I'm exactly in control of where my character is standing. It's weirdly rarely the case, and Dark Souls did that incredibly well. I mean, it's like I don't want to belittle it because it is an accomplishment, but it's also not super hard. It feels like a decision you make rather than a lack of skill, like a bad decision rather than a bad implementation. Because like games are like this by default, and then it's when people get too involved in the kinematic stuff that they end up with an uncontrollable game. 90% of games feel like moving takes away control. Yeah, exactly, right? So this game, like, I'm moving fairly ponderously. That's okay. I mean, it depends how far I have to move. But, like, yeah, like, this game controls incredibly well already. So, great. Expectation 1 ticked off. Next expectation is what is atrociously bad difficulty curve. Let's see how it does. Did I say anything else? Oh, I mean, yeah, I can parry. Okay, so I'm terrible at parrying. I'm going to play with the shield, but I am absolutely awful at parrying. I'm assuming that this game's going to have an even less generous parry than Bloodborne. That's my expectation. Give up, therefore try jumping off. Yeah, fair enough. Praise the hole. Is that this game? Not praise the sun, praise the hole. I'm in for that. Parrying is generous when you get a parrying dagger. That sounds like something that's not a shield. Still no item. Someone knew why I came around here. So I'm not unhallow or anything, right? So like, I think that was an error in the design of Dark Souls. I mean, it was a very grim, dark game, right? It's fair enough. It was consistent with its whole look and feel. But the fact that the player looks like a zombie, I think, it made the game. It was an inaccessible game already, right? And it was like, it just didn't really add anything. And humanity was like a hardcore player only feature essentially. Hey, Anko. I'm dominating this game so far. I've got 0 deaths. 0 deaths so far. I'm undefeated. 0-0, I guess, because I also don't have any kills. But that's a KD ratio that I'm very pleased with, because it's technically not negative. Oh. Hello. Oh, you're a big boy. Oh, he's got a tiny shield, I love him! Can I roll? Yes, I can. Okay, I haven't figured out how to attack yet. Am I dead? Didn't actually see my health bar. Died a bit fast there, if that'll work. Like, I didn't actually feel like I died there because I didn't, like, there was no death animation or anything. I'm just assuming I'm dead because this is a Dark Souls game, but otherwise I would just be really confused. Because I didn't actually die, he just hit me twice, and then the screen went black, so I don't actually know what happened. Mind you, I mean, we never did put the fade to white into Erebus, so Hey, Chaos Elemental. Horse ahead? Yeah. Oh my god, a hornless unicorn. 30 million in death costs. No, to be fair, I'm not in endgame gear, right? I'm not wearing endgame gear I don't need.
Don't worry, Torrent. Fortune
Ah, a
is on
maiden.
his side.
Ah, look, I've nailed this game already. Look, I've got a maiden.
We found him here, after all.
That's the only thing I know about this game is you have to get a maiden. What if you are a maiden? Can you be maidenless if you're a maiden? I should have played a maiden. Is it a horse or a yak? I think that's a horse. I'm not an expert
One
on
of his kind
ungulates.
is sure to seek.
Is it ungulate or
Elden
undulate?
Ring.
I say ungulate, but I'm not 100% sure. I shouldn't be talking over the cutscene, should I?
Even if it
It's
does
very boring,
violate
though.
the Golden Order.
Wait, did she say even one of his kind shouldn't be seeking the Elden Ring, even though it does violate the Golden Order? Because that's like a triple negative. Does seeking the Elden Ring violate the Golden Order, or does not seeking the Elden Ring violate the Golden Order? I will be seeking it. Yes, I assume I will be seeking the Elden Ring because it'd be a very poorly titled game if it was called like "Don't Seek the Elden Ring." Oh, that's, to be honest, that's quite a cool name for a game. I'd far rather have a kind of abstract name like that. But then Lux wouldn't be very excited by it, would he? Body types are AB, then all characters gender you regardless. Feels like a decision made by whoever translated the character creation interface rather than a high level decision. Yeah, no, you're probably right. Yeah. Did she gender me? I didn't notice. Flask of Crimson Tears. Flask of Cerulean Tears. Ooh, interesting. What's this shit? Got two different flasks. Browse, drop, tools. Sure. Close. Wait. Okay. Restores HP, restores FP. I've got 3 flasks. I wonder what FPs are. Fighting points. Flighty points. Fabulous points. They're fabulous points. Absolutely fabulous points. What's this? Tarnished Wizard's Finger. Oh, right, cute. Okay. This game is a maiden dating sim, even if you have a female body type. But, like, how can I be maidenless? FP is mana. Yeah, but what is it? It's fabulous points, right? Like, I'm assuming other stat that lets me do things, but, like... Anyway, I'm not maidenless already, because, like, there's a maiden right there. There's a maiden. Is that a there we go. That is the ghost. That is definitely the ghost of a maiden. There's a WoW character who's like that. What's he called? I can't remember. Brave Tarnish, take the plunge. There's this whole quest line of learning and remembrance. Call the arts of war and you'll warrior's blood. Well, this is something we talk about internally a lot, actually, about like the way that Dark Souls tells its story, and like it doesn't really work for us on RuneScape because you kind of need to start with so much consistency in the first place, or at least like because the thing is by only giving about half the lore, you can be inconsistent and people won't know. Descend hole ahead, descend into the hole. Cave of Knowledge lies below. Everyone is trying to trick me into jumping into this hole, but I've been in this sort of situation before. This is just a trick. Everyone just wants me to die. I've tricked people into jumping into holes in RPGs before. You're never going to trick me. Tree. Yep. Could this be a tree? I think yes. I'll jump in the hole when I've chopped the tree down. I hope this game doesn't have... Are you ready? Good luck. Good luck. See, I found the secret exit that wasn't down the hole. Ah, can't fool me. Oh, that looks scary. I'm going to go the other way. Everyone's very stressed about me not going in the hole. Try waterside, then tunnel. Horse required ahead. Seek waterside. Time for skeleton. I like the amount of dialogue that's in this game that I'm having to read out. That's something I'm appreciating after streaming Stellaris, which was a miserable nightmare of just reading solidly for like 4 hours text that I'd read before and I was very bored of. So everyone wants me to just jump in the hole. So the premise of this game is that you just jump straight in a hole. Oh, no, there's stuff down there. Okay, sure. Let's go. I mean, like, from an RPG point of view, I wouldn't do this. I would go out the door first, because you can come back through a door, you can't jump down a hole. George R. R. Martin wrote each player message you see in the ground. George R. R. Martin doesn't have time to write player messages on the ground. He hasn't got time to write 3 words. He's a busy man. He's writing a book or something. People are really excited about it. First off, death. I want to fight something. I haven't actually got to fight something. So I will say, I don't like... I've been playing the game for 5 minutes now. It's a game about stabbing things. Actually, how long has it been? It's been like half an hour, right? And I haven't yet managed to fight something, and that kind of sucks. Like, it's a bit rubbish that I didn't get to fight something. I just died, and then there was more trudging around. Resting at a site of grace will restore your HP, FP, and cleanse any status ailment. It will also refill your sacred flasks. However, most of the enemies you defeated will be revived. You can find sites of grace by going where light converges. These explanations are required in the form of info items and can be accessed from the inventory at any time. That is some English right there. Okay, so this is a campfire, right? It's just not called a campfire for some reason. Honestly, campfires are a much better name for these, and they should just be called campfires, I think. They've just kind of relabeled. Try fingers. Seek samurai. Ah. Okay, I'm going to finger a samurai. Definitely. Oh, hello. Is that a baddie? It's got a health bar. It's probably a baddie. Is there a sneak? How do I in Dark Souls it was Y, wasn't it, to switch my hand to two-handed? How do I get my how do I like two-hand my sword? Is there a button for that? There was a button for that in Dark Souls. It was Y, I think. If I press Y, I put my shield back and two-handed my sword. Oh, well, that didn't work. Oh, it did. It didn't play a special backstab animation. Should it have done? I fought a lot of Black Knights in my time. I know what I'm doing. Hi, buddy. Ooh, okay. Hold Y and press R1. Oh, whoa, okay. Now I'm two-handing my sword, my shield. I guess that's a strategy. That is definitely, that is a strategy. Fair enough. Yeah, okay, nice. I love it. This is my favourite thing about Dark Souls. Like, I hated Dark Souls, but then I found this feature and I was like, okay, this is awesome. Now I feel like a knight. I've got a shield, I'm just electing not to use it. And then put all your points of strength, so that you can one-hand larger and larger swords. Now hang on, I haven't tested out my attack range. Oh, it's garbage now. Ah. Can I thrust? No. Right. Use armament in your left hand or both hands to guard against incoming attacks. I could do that, or I could just stab him. That'll work better. There we go. You can hold strong attack for charge attacks. Dodging. Backstep. Oh, that's jump, that's not dodge. Hang on. There we go. This is my strat, is jumping backwards. Oh, man. Okay. I've not got the length of this attack yet. I'm so good at this game. If you have a second weapon if you press right on the D-pad. Oh yeah! This is my Vulge. Is it actually a Vulge? It looks like a Vulge. Equipment. It's a halberd. Oh, okay, yeah, fair enough. Oh, this is garbage. This is some trash. Yeah. How do I thrust with it? Okay. I'm all about thrusting. And I am not about... Behold, jumping! Be wary of up. Ah! Yeah, okay, be wary. Yep, fair enough, that was a fair comment. Motherfucker. So you got a crossbow? What an asshole. I'm swearing a lot today, I don't know why. Oh man, someone with a shield. Be wary of shield. Try target lock. Good advice. Each hand can be equipped with up to 3 armaments, allowing you to toggle. Nice. Oh, 3 slots. That's interesting. No, he outfoxed me! He turned round! Damn it! There doesn't seem to be a backstab sweet spot, or am I just missing it? What's a big thing in Dark Souls? Jump attack. I'm going to jump attack someone with a shield. A Vulge is similar to a halberd, but I think the blade part is longer. R1. Oh, okay. Nope. Nope. Yeah, there we go. It's not. That's not good control design, right? Because R1 is slash and R2 is thrust, and a backstab is a thrust, not a slash. Doesn't make any sense. Why would you press the slash button to thrust off a corpse? There's lots of people getting excited in this room. R1 is weak attack, R2 is strong attack. Yeah, but a backstab is like the strongest possible attack. It does like double damage. I keep quoting the gamers. None of you guys. Oh god, you need to watch the gamers. It's not really good. It's terrible, but it's very quotable. I got someone to watch it. I think it was Lux, and he hated it. So now he won't watch anything I recommend to him ever again. Oh man, I'm getting hit all the time now. I mean, I have to say, so far, this game is actually easier than Dark Souls, because Dark Souls was nightmarishly difficult at this point. maybe it's just because I know that the combat's going to be hard, so I'm not expecting it to stay, obviously, this easy. But Dark Souls is just relentless straight out of the gate. Is there any point smashing anything? Is there anything in any container at any point ever in the game? Yeah, so like I can't evaluate the difficulty curve from the point of view of someone who's never played a From Software game before. But I mean, from the point of view of like just instantly hitting me with a likely well done. I like that. It's kind of hesitant. Okay, buddy, here we go. He's wearing a very fancy surcoat. His surcoat hasn't rotted or anything. Is he a zombie though? He's like a zombie, right? But his surcoat seems very well maintained. I'm learning all about the lore and the world. Could be a secret passage behind some barrels. He's not a zombie. Was he not a zombie? He looked like a zombie. This guy looks like a zombie. Was that guy not a zombie? Is it like a mixture of zombies but also not zombies? Armaments have special abilities called skills. Skills are highly varied and range from powerful attacks to temporary effects. Using skills consumes FP. That's my skill, Shield Bash. Mate, come on. How is the Shield Bash not hitting him? This game. That's super into the lore. I'm like, they're zombies. That's like the rune and blah 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 and they can't move on. They're zombies though, right? Like they're zombies. They look like zombies, they act like zombies. And they can't pass on to the... so they're zombies. Crouch to make it hard for enemies to discover you. Alright, yeah. Wait. Oh, my left trigger is not... I mean, this controller's like 15 years old or something, so it's probably not going to work particularly well. Can I backstab him when he's... Yes, I can. Hello, Millicent Manon. Oh, I'm the stealthiest knight. I'm so stealthy. Can't see me coming. I'm not really paying attention to the ghosts. It's like, yeah, the little ghosts are really cute, right? Like, I'm assuming that one wasn't hard-coded. If it was hard-coded, that's nice use of it. Like, to just sort of show you in front of you what you do. Because driving games used to do that all the time, right? And was it Dark Souls that innovated doing that in a different kind of game? Oh, I'm such a stealthy knight. Charge attacks and jump attacks make it particularly easy to break an enemy's stance. Is he? He's not got a stance though, has he? So like. Oh! Yep. Healing. No problem. I know what I'm doing. Well, yeah, I mean, they could, because, like, yeah, the ghosts are other players, but they could add a scripted one, right? So it would make sense. Upon dying, you will be revived at the last site of grace you visited. However, if there is a stake of Marika near where you died, you can choose to be revived there instead. Oh, so these are like fast travel points then. Is this a stake of Marika? But where's the site of grace? Oh, sorry, is it saying that's a revive point, but not a healing, not a bonfire? It's a revive point, but not a bonfire. Is that what I'm understanding there? Didn't expect the gore when I backstabbed the zombie. Yeah, this is the most brutal 18 rated game of all time. You cannot travel, just resurrect there. It's a revive point, not a bonfire. Oh, interesting. Okay, that's kind of non-hardcore. Like I kind of got into the rhythm of Dark Souls after a while. It's not my kind of thing because it's kind of wasting my time on purpose. But the whole premise of Dark Souls is like you revive, as efficiently as possible clear. Like so where I got to in Dark Souls was Ornstein and Smough. So I got very used to clearing the 4 Black Knights before, not what 4 Black Knights, they were White Knights, weren't they? The 4 White Knights before Ornstein and Smough, and you just kill them as efficiently as possible to get to the boss as efficiently as possible. Sorry, just drinking. And that seemed like kind of the core kind of point of the game. So the fact that there's a revive point right before the mist immediately makes me think that this is a game where that isn't a thing. Soldier of Godric. Hey, buddy. Okay. Oh. Guard counters. You can perform a counterattack immediately after blocking an enemy attack. Guard counters make it easy to break an enemy stance. Is that only if I parry, or is that if I... Because it says block. Does that count even if I'm just holding my shield up? So if I just block like this, and then do that, is that a guard counter? Because that seems quite... Oh, well, okay. Apparently I'm amazing in this game. You can counter after blocking rather than countering after parrying. That's a huge buff to shields. Are they all about shields now? Is that how it works? Yeah, like playing Bloodborne, I like all of the monsters. Okay, so except for Ebrietas and the what's the giant thing? I can't remember what they're called. You know, the giant hidden things in Bloodborne, and there's one that you fight when you're in like the weird world. Other than that, and Ebrietas, all the monster bosses I either one shot or two shot, but all of the human, Amygdala was really hard, but Ebrietas took me like all day. But other than Ebrietas, like all of the monster bosses were easy, and all of the humanoid bosses were incredibly hard. Like it's the first hunter you fight, that took me like an hour, and then the boss on top of the vampire castle, that took me like 3 hours, including running back. But like it was a long time. It's not as good as a parry. If they recover from the hit stun, shield stun, they can keep attacking, and you don't do as much damage as a riposte. Okay, so it is still worth like, can I riposte with my shield? Didn't expect prawn. Yeah, me neither. Yeah, like I'm absolutely awful at countering, like really, really bad at it. But dodging behind giant monsters, Bloodstar Beast, just was trivial, and I didn't understand. Like I read people like were having trouble with it, and I didn't get it. Oh, there's some treasure there. Oh, it's my tutorial reward. What do I get? Strength. What does that mean? Is that a point of strength? Oh, is it a gesture? Garbage. Don't care. Where's my pluses? No, that's fair enough, because you need to be able to skip the tutorial. That's an important point. If the tutorial is mandatory because it has an actual reward at the end, then it's not skippable. Millicent said, seeing this cavern, I realised I missed ceilings in game. Didn't think I did. What do you mean? You mean like games where you see through the ceiling because it's top down? Yeah, it's a shame not being able to look up. Now time for death. Oh, okay. Is it going to get hard now? Have I done the easy bit? I'm just lulled into a false sense of security. Is that a mist to go through? Is that is that an imp humping another imp? Oh no. It's just riding on him, okay. I mean, it's still a bit dodgy. Use tarnish furled finger to write a gold summon sign. Cooperative multiplayer begin. Sure. Don't even care. What is all this? How am I doing here? One day there's going to be something behind me. My wife absolutely hates me smashing crates. Like, she just groans and leaves the room when like, we're playing some game together and she's all into the opening few cutscenes and there's some dialogue, and then I smash my first crate and she just sighs and pulls her phone out. A lever. Good lord. I wonder what the pull lever button is. It's not that. It's not that. It's not that. Lever isn't usable at the moment. Yeah. Go to the middle. So normally I would be super spoiler averse, but in this game, fuck all that. Like, I mean, like, you know, I'd like to figure some stuff out for myself, but this game hates people who want to figure stuff out for themselves and considers them to be. Did I just miss the? There was some smoke back the other way. Should I have gone through that smoke? Oh, it's to call the lift. Okay, cool. Am I going the wrong way, or am I all right? You need an item to go through the smoke. Okay, cool. Are you ready? This is the absolute boss way of opening barrels. Yeah, I open doors the Kratos way. Oh, hello. Open world. That is a tree. Oh, I kind of thought there'd be some sort of boss blocking my way out. That's fine, I guess. Let's go this way. This is obviously the first way to go. Is that an enemy? It's got a hit point bar. Yes! Absolutely nailed it. Don't hit the man. Come on, this is. I did tell you I've played some of Dark Souls. I know not to just randomly attack NPCs. Although, I mean that's another thing that can go fuck itself, right? Is like talking about games that are like hundreds of hours long and waste your time intentionally. Like, if I can just make a stupid mistake, like attack a crucial NPC early in the game, that's not okay for me. Like, again, like, you know, they can design whatever kind of game they want, right? But as far as I'm concerned, that's just a bad way to make a game. There's something over here. What's this? Summoning pools. In each area you may find effigies of martyrs. These effigies are summoning pools. You'll find it easy to summon other players at these locations, as co-op and hostile summoning signs created with small effigies gather at summoning pools. Yeah, I didn't try summoning in Dark Souls, or I didn't summon. I think I summoned at one NPC once to try it out, but it wasn't something that really appealed to me because the core thing that I liked about the game was the basic combat controls. So summoning an enemy to distract my opponent didn't really appeal to me. Oh, hello. Use your map to check your position. You can update your map by finding map fragments. Sure. Blah blah blah. You can place beacons of light. Does that just mean map markers when it says you can place beacons of light? Hey friend.
Oh, yes. Tarnished, are we? Come to the lands between for the Elden
Dude, your mouth
Ring?
doesn't move when you talk.
Of course you have. No shame in it. Unfortunately for you, however, you are maidenless.
Totally not, dude.
Without
There was a chick on a
guidance,
horse, and she rescued
without
me.
the strength of runes, and without an invitation to the round table hold, you are fated, it seems, to die in obscurity.
Is it a mask? I can't tell that it's a mask. I guess it's white, but anyway, sure. I am actually maidenless because my family have gone to Nana and Grandpa's. So it's very quiet in the house. Did I grab the grace? I thought I did, didn't I? Do I need to do it again? Oh, okay. Grace exists to guide the tarnished. Oh, alright. Something said acquire materials? Aha. Fruits, flowers, mushrooms, and butterflies. Oh hell yeah! Oh, this is me playing Skyrim. Would you like to kill a dragon? No. I'm gonna go pick some flowers. That dude looks... I mean, like, okay, so like, I mean, all of the visual design about that guy suggests that I probably shouldn't go and have a go. That I should probably avoid him and go somewhere else. What does the note say? Try horseback battle. How often do I get to play a video game with my spouse? Not very much anymore. She sits and watches me play things. We were playing Resident Evil 7 last week. She's into WoW, but obviously WoW sucks now, so she's not playing anything really. I keep trying to get her to try Skyrim. I tried to get her to play RuneScape. Died to a cow, rage quit. I nerfed the cows. She wouldn't have another go. Try it, have a go. I mean, that's true. I mean, I guess I might as well have a go because I don't have anything, right? So now, if I'm going to die in a fight, I might as well do it now. No dialogue exhausting. Oh, can I talk to that guy again? Hey, buddy. Oh. He's fucking, look at that lock on. What is this garbage? Absolute nonsense. Clearly dodged his attack and then his arm just moved. It's a trash game. Upon dying, you will drop any runes. Is runes like souls? But they're just called runes now. I have 600 runes. Yeah, I'm obviously gonna go pick them up, and I'm obviously gonna die to the guy again when I'm trying to pick them up. I might explore around a little bit while I wait for him to go past. Runes is okay as a currency, I guess. Like, because the thing about runes is, right? Like, runes are exciting because they're different, right? There's different kinds of... I'm not talking about RuneScape. I'm talking about, like, general, like, runes. There are many individual runes. They have different... They appear different. Conceptually, they might do different things within a magic system. So the exciting thing about runes is, like, collecting them and, like, combining them and putting them in order and all that kind of thing, right? So, like, runes as a generic, quantified, fungible currency? I don't know. It's okay, but it doesn't feel like very good use of the word. They're runes and this is RuneScape. Like, I don't know. I get the impression that I spend way longer thinking about like the names of things than literally any other like game designer. Like I just sit and like, no, it's not true, not any other game designer, but I'm sure there's others that think even longer. Why is that skull glowing, but also I can't interact with it? That is way too exciting an object for something that I don't seem to be able to interact with. Smack it, roll into it. Oh, okay. Well, I'll just let this guy go again. They didn't want them to call the same thing as Dark Souls. Yeah, like, why? Why didn't they just call them Souls? Like... They should have called them Dark Souls. It does have a lot of thought to it. Okay. I don't mean there isn't an explanation for it in the lore, just like the implication of the word. A golden rune. But blessings of grace. You guys are saying stuff and I don't understand anything anyone's saying. I mean, having said, I spend a lot of effort naming things. Actually, Shadow Anima sucks. That's my fault. Should have thought harder about it. Never mind. But then when I'm on company time, I don't feel like I can just sit there with a thesaurus for 6 hours. That's what I do when I'm working on my own stuff. I just open a thesaurus, and then when my wife says, "How you getting on with your game making?" and I say, "I've had a thesaurus open for 6 hours," and I've almost picked the exact perfect word to name this variable. And she says, "I think you might be not allocating your time very well." Are all these skulls got runes in them? Whoops. Nope, just the glowing one, okay. That does make sense. Oh, could I get into that building? Was there a way in? I didn't actually check. Just call it anathema. Oh god, well it turns out the voice actors don't know how to pronounce it, so I don't think we should call it anathema. Bless her, the Ariane voice actor's lovely, but she was on maternity leave, so we sent, and she said, "Oh, no, I can do it. So we sent her the script, and we got it back, and she pronounced anathema completely wrong. But there wasn't really anything we could do about it. But she's a nice person, so I won't hold anything against her. Anathema. Oh, hello. Ah! Ah! Vanquishing an enemy group will replenish your flasks. The number and type of flask to replenish varies depending on the group. Oh, interesting. Okay, is that that's like their concession to the open world then? That like, that's intriguing. I've got no idea where I'm going or what I'm doing. I'm just wandering about. This map isn't very informative. Oh, I see. Okay. I'm kind of used now to maps that like draw the terrain, so it's a bit confusing when it didn't. White Mask Var. Like like I wandered around there for a good 10 minutes before realizing I wasn't going anywhere in particular, because I was just relieved to be out in the world, able to just walk around and kill stuff. But I don't actually have anywhere to go or anything to do I? I don't think. I guess I could have talked to that guy more. Is that what I'm supposed to do? Probably. Don't go east. There's a man with a torch there. Excuse me. He seems friendly. Hey friend. Oh. Is he are you friendly? Oh, he's not friendly. Well, I'm not friendly either. Owned. My daughter says own to me all the time now. It's great. Well, I mean, so but the thing about an open world game is, right? You can go anywhere you like, but it doesn't mean anything. Like, the ability to go off the beaten path is great. The ability to stray from the path to do what you want. But you need to be straying from something to feel like you have control, right? Otherwise, it's aimlessness. So I kind of want to know where I'm supposed to go so that I can go the other way. I don't feel like otherwise it's just a big old open world of random things. Follow the big yellow pointing arrow. You mean the tree? Maybe I'll go back and talk to the guy. Oh, is that someone else to talk to there? Hey friend. You seem trustworthy. I'm not sure about just murdering random soldiers. Like I will say that for Dark Souls, like, it was a crapsack world full of zombies, right? So, like, I didn't mind killing them. But here I just seem to be just slaughtering random soldiers. But no, they're attacking me. I mean, I'm assuming they have a reason to attack me based on some complicated lore thing I haven't been told yet. But, like, this seems like a very hostile kingdom so far. Am I taking damage every time they hit my shield? I think I am, aren't I? Ah, cookery. I'm supposed to go north to follow the narrative. East is a colourful place. It is a colourful place. I watched Monty Python and the Holy Grail with my 8-year-old last week. Not last week, week before. Is it? I need to check this now. Oh no, I'm not taking damage. Okay. Is that because my guard hasn't broken? Is that my orange? No, sorry, my green. Does my green bar deplete when I get hit? I mean, I like it. I like using a shield, so I'm okay with a system where I don't have to play. Like, it's fine. Like, it's very different from Bloodborne. Bloodborne was like, oh, you want a shield? Hmm. Yeah, but so I can't just keep blocking forever because my stamina will go down. But I don't actually take damage as long as I have stamina left. First off, morning. It's an interesting problem because I think the last couple of Bethesda games haven't quite nailed this. Do I not heal automatically? Okay, so I can trigger a save point without... I didn't! I went... Didn't I? I thought I had my sword out. Oh, did I have my sword out the last time? Do I just leave now? Have I healed? Or do I need to manually pass time? I'm assuming the fact that I can't see my hit point bar means that I'm at full health, but I don't actually know that. Ah. Another dungeon. Oh yeah, cave moss. Ah. Have your HUD set. I have my HUD set to autosave. Hide, I can disable it. Oh, hello. Oh, I should stop thinking about my HUD. How do I... Motherfucker! Oh no. This is a strong wolf. Should have drunk a healing potion when he fell down, right? Man, now I've been defeated by the forces of darkness. Still, my KD's pretty good though, so I'm not too worried. I don't feel emasculated yet. Wait, do I? Do I feel emasculated due to being maidenless? Maybe. I'm not sure. Guess I should take the combat a bit more seriously. Yeah, that's like down, right? Oh, what's in here? Hey, buddy. Yes, a lump of flesh. You know about carry weight and rolling. I don't know about carry weight. I know about equipment weight, that I roll more slowly because I'm wearing heavy armor, right? Which is fine. Oh, he's not. Okay, so he's not getting, like my block thing isn't really working on him. Whoa, how do I... Oh, okay, hang on. How do I actually use the item? Is that Y? I press down to heal. Is it Y to use the item? I guess I'll just have to experiment. It's one of these buttons. Where's my shield gone? Oh, I have to put it away. Yes. X to heal. Okay. I mean... Above 70% carry weight, heavy rolling. Yeah, but that's not like the stuff that I've picked up, right? That's like the stuff I have equipped. So because I'm wearing heavy armor, I'm rolling more slowly, which seems fine. Like, I'm a freaking badass, that's fine. Don't mind. That's a very poor use of the word carry. That's another one of those strong wolves. Oh, I still keep pressing the wrong button to roll. I don't know why. I must have been playing something where roll was on a different button. Oh, was that the wrong? Oops. Well, it's fine. So when this guy hits my shield, he doesn't get... It counts, so it's counting my bulge. That sucks. Of course, the irony is, I never actually healed. There we go. Oh no! Oh no, it's all gone wrong. Yes! I'm up a tiny fraction of health now. Ah. Undefeated. On farm, no problem. It doesn't even have any loot on him. Oh yeah, I forgot I died. Probably should have picked that up, shouldn't I? Hang on, I haven't picked anything up from here. So was that the same guy as from the previous cave or not? I don't actually know. There's a lot. This is a very dangerous wolf there. I mean, to be fair, those wolves have demonstrated their dangerousness by killing me twice, so I can't complain. Like, it's not that it's like, you know, the gameplay and the state of the environment are insane here. These are dangerous wolves that have proved their danger. But at the same time, it's a bit weird that there's a cave full of like dead guards, dead armored, shielded, heavy armored guards that have been killed by wolves. That isn't really how wolves work. I guess if it was a pack of wolves and a single guard. Bug! And then bug! Be wary of ill-omened creature. Pick up my runes. Oh, sorry, yeah, that's what you're telling me. else is there here? Don't give up, warrior. Do I have any healing potions left? Nope. I'm sure I'll be fine. I'm an expert at this game now. Ah, yes, a cracked pot. Nice. Exactly what I came here for. Right, where are we going? So back this way. I feel like I should probably go back and heal. Is this the way back to heal? Nope. No, no, it very much is not. Wait, where's the way out? I'm confused. Is this the way out? Ah, yeah, there we go. Healing fog. Yeah, it's definitely healing fog, right? So did I kill... Oh, okay, so this is the same place. I see. Oh, so does the moss just respawn every time I die? In which case, so there's no point like collecting moss or anything because I'll just get an infinite amount of it. Or should I just loot everything all the time? Okay, yeah, so that was the same wolf. Yeah, cool, okay. Materials respawn, okay. So I need to get past these wolves without dying so that I can get to that fog. Okay, no problem. So yeah, once I got into the habit of it, like yeah, I talk a lot about like not wanting the game to waste my time, right? But once I got into the habit of it and I understood the flow of what Dark Souls was trying to achieve, which was like, you know, you will do this section of the game well. You will play this section of the game with the minimum possible like death. You know, you don't just need to get through this part of the game, you need to keep practicing this part of the game and get through it well and ideally without using any resources. Once I got into that rhythm, I actually quite enjoyed that because it wasn't just about doing that bit again and again and again. Okay, I better pay attention now, haven't I? Hey buddy. Nope. Blimey. Ah! Ah! Oh yeah, I should probably heal, shouldn't I? I remember. Those knights were not killed by the wolves. So the thing that bothers me about this game, so I said I didn't know anything about this, the one thing that people have been talking about in overhearing is that you can out-level things. That wasn't really a I mean, technically it was a thing in Dark Souls, but the game wasn't really balanced that way. Like, it was extremely linear. And leveling up made an incredibly small difference to your performance. But I've heard that in this game you can, like, something could be quite challenging. And then you go away and try again, and it's quite easy now because you've leveled up and come back and your stats are better, which sounds kind of crappy. Yeah, healing is cheating. This is my no Estus playthrough. I mean, obviously I've failed it already, but other than that, it's my no Estus playthrough, right? Oh! I mean, you've seen me healing, right? Every time I drink a healing potion, I just get immediately smacked for as much damage as I deployed. It's a complete fail strategy. By the time you've out-leveled it, it doesn't drop enough runes to justify fighting it. Yeah, but like that's not the point, right? The point is the content. The bosses are content. That's why I'm playing. That's why I'm playing Dark Souls. I mean, like, there's obviously an element of like atmosphere and to an extent lore, but the primary reason you're playing it is that the content is the exciting fights, right? I'm glad I did a Briatus, and if I'd walked in and just one-shot a Briatus because I was just so over-leveled that it wasn't a challenge anymore, that would have been really disappointing. Oh yeah, de-equip halberd. Yes, yes, yes. Good idea. Let me see if I can figure out how to de-equip it. Like that? Yes. Garbage halberd. Did you say I can have another healing potion? How do I do that? Do I just like... Sit at the side of Grace. Oh, okay. It's fair enough, to be honest. Oh, hello. Hey, Lux. The site of race, yeah, that's not it. Add charge to flask. Allocate flask charges. Sure. Well, I'm not a wizard, because that sounds stupid, so there we go. Yes, nailed it. Absolute expert. What's someone saying? Oh, they were level 70 before the... Sorry, it scrolled off the top now. I didn't see who said what. Someone said they were level 70 before the first boss, and it was still quite challenging. Okay, fair enough. Your seed lets you add a charge. Oh, right, okay. Well, I don't... I'm barely... I'm struggling to use one charge at the moment, to be honest, so I'm not super worried about... Not super worried about having more at the moment. Ah, these controls are I'm still trying to get the hang of this. What have I been playing that's got, like... I keep instinctively pushing the wrong control. I don't know what it is. I wonder if it was Spider-Man. The last thing I played with the controller was quite a while. I think it was Miles Morales. Okay, buddy, come on, let's go. Come on. Wow, that absolutely ruined my guard. Oh, there we go, that's how it is. That's not how it is. Ah, I can't dodge because I've got no stamina. Ah! No! Ah! Millicent said, do people prefer solo RPGs to MMORPGs? Ah, Flame Drake Talisman. That talisman looked like a shield? Was it a shield? It wasn't a shield. I wonder what a Flame Drake Talisman is. Oh, there's a lot of categories. What is this? Incantations. Ah, what's this? Boosts fire damage negation. Okay, sure. I kill the boss! Yes! Expert. Expert at this game. What's this? Turn to entrance. Lame. I've played a lot less single-player RPGs in recent years, personally. Like, I've been finding them very tiresome. I really hated Time for Head. Okay, a bit dodgy. Try destruction. I did try destruction. What was it I played? I can't remember what it's called now. Pillars of Eternity. I didn't enjoy at all. There's because a lot of what the single player RPG community are looking for, like very long, very grindy, like massive amounts of mediocre dialogue, just isn't really what I'm after anymore. I don't really have the time, so I've drifted much more in the direction of like shorter. I'm not at the sort of like short indie game sort of level yet. I should play more short indie games, but I just don't for some reason. Oh, I lost my runes. Yeah, that's fine. Wasn't that many, right? That's like I'd say that for Dark Souls, right? Dark Souls taught me to not care about small losses. Like, oh, I lost like 10,000 runes, whatever. Doesn't matter. It's fine. Easy come, easy go, right? Can farm up Gowny Ooze. Oh, that was Bloodborne. You know the Gowny Ooze? What were they? In the Bergenworth. In Bergenworth, there were these weird blob monsters wearing mortarboards. Gowny Ooze is what they should be called. Where am I going? So I love single player RPGs. Like, they're kind of my favourite genre, but I don't play very many of them anymore because they're just, I don't know, they just feel very mediocre a lot of the time. Like Pillars of Eternity, I genuinely didn't enjoy. I was showing it to Deg actually, and that was really interesting because Deg never played Baldur's Gate or any of the Infinity Engine games. So when I showed him the combat system in Pillars of Eternity, he was completely baffled. Because like the whole the Infinity Engine games were like these weird hybrid. It was like D&D, except it wasn't really D&D. You didn't really have any control over. You could choose what spells to cast, and you could very, very roughly approximate where your characters were standing, but it didn't really work. Ah, got some soldier gauntlets. Excellent. That's what I needed. Right, what have I done then? Okay, so I sort of accidentally came across a boss. Good. Love it. I mean, so far, and I don't mean this as any sort of criticism or anything, but so far I would enjoy this game more if it was linear. Like, the open world element isn't doing anything for me so far. I don't really mind open world games. You look dangerous. That looks like something that's going to explode when I kill it. I play a lot of different MMOs. I mean, partly for work, obviously, right? But I enjoy what I enjoy about MMOs largely is the grind. It's that feeling of like I'm accomplishing something. Okay. You look like the larval form of something that's going to be quite dangerous. This gameplay. Can I do that? Oh, that works. Okay. Sure. Yes, dragonfly head. Love it. So like MMOs are good because you can sort of grind at them. So like every so often I go back to Guild Wars 2, but I've never actually made progress in Guild Wars 2's story. I find like 4 years after launch or something, I finally finished the launch story. Because while I enjoyed the grinding in Guild Wars 2, it was never... I never wanted to play the actual like quest content because it wasn't very good. Like the writing in Guild Wars 2 wasn't very good. There's a tortoise. I don't want to kill a tortoise. It's probably like 100. Dude's probably like 150 years old. Oh no, but he'll respawn if I rest, right? So like I you know when I'm in the evening, like I like to watch TV. I don't want to just watch TV. I get very bored just watching TV, but I like to have something to grind, and so I can fire up an MMO and grind away in an MMO. But I never actually make any progress with the quest content. So like I can grind away in a variety of different MMOs and try out the different like gameplay, but I don't like actually play the story content very much because like primarily because it's not in most MMOs, obviously not RuneScape, but in most MMOs like the quest content isn't good enough to demand my full attention. Everyone's saying doggo. What? Doggo sad. What? Unlike there, like I mean, I don't. People make the criticism and they say non-RuneScape MMOs only non-RuneScape MMOs only have fetch quests, and that's not an entirely fair criticism. I mean, I don't loudly want to promote our competitors on Jagex live streams, right? But I don't entirely agree with that criticism. MMOs have got better at their quest writing. They don't typically do the full, like, you know, RuneScape's quests are more like full, small, like adventure games, basically, right, with bespoke gameplay, and that's fairly rare. But I don't think it's entirely fair to say, yeah, it's not that I don't play MMO story content at all. It's just that that's not usually why I'm playing the MMO in the first place. So, like, with Guild Wars 2, it took me a long time to finish the story content. I think I'm still not up to date with Star Trek Online. I can't remember. But, like, why I'm going to the MMO in the first place and why I will fire it up is, like, you know, to do some grinding. Like, I like to feel like I'm accomplishing something while I'm watching TV or something. I like to feel like I've got something I can grind. So actually, like, you know, while I was streaming Witcher 3 a couple of months ago now, I suppose, and like I had a load of map points that I needed to clear out, so I just did that while I was watching TV, and that gave me a similar feel, right? Like grinding map points in Witcher 3. But you know, grinding out all the map points in Witcher 3 is a lot less content than a typical MMO can provide you, especially like RuneScape is really good for that, you know, in terms of just endless parade of mindless content that it can provide you. So if I want a story, I'm going to look for that story probably in more of a single player RPG. But honestly, what was the last thing I played that had a really good story? I started Torment Tides of Numenera, which it's kind of like Planescape Torment. It was kind of intentionally hostile and like not like hostile. The writing was hostile. Like it was intentionally obtuse and difficult to follow. I'm supposed to play Disco Elysium, and I still haven't got around to it. I'm supposed to play Disco Elysium, and that feels like it's going to be hard work. Like it is going to come on. I'm assuming it's good. I'm assuming it's going to command my attention, and I'm not going to want to play watch TV at the same time. This man is dressed like Father Christmas. Hey, buddy.
You're tarnished. I can see it. And I can also see that you're not after my throat. Then why not purchase a little something? I am Kale, purveyor of fine goods.
Nice. Not great dialogue. How much runes do I have? 1,300. Well, I'm going to lose some. Easy come, easy go, right? What's this? Nomadic Warrior's Cookbook. That seems like something I probably want. Telescope. That seems like something I want. Is that something I can just buy and have forever? Crafting kit. That seems like something I probably want. Am I going to level? I don't know. Don't even know what that means. Oh, I can spend my runes to level up, can't I? Let's get a crafting kit. That seems like something I should want. And a telescope.
Goodbye. Nice to do business.
Spend runes and smithing stones to strengthen your armaments. You meet a blacksmith. I mean, that's another thing that Dark Souls and Bloodborne. I'm hesitant to criticize the design of these games because they're doing what they're doing on purpose. They're obtuse. They're unfriendly, they're intentionally failable. That's part of the mystique of the game, right? Is like you can level all the way through the game and have just leveled the wrong weapon. And you spent all of the once per game only reagents on leveling the wrong weapon, and now you have a horrible time. Like that's not for me though, that's what I would say, right? Like, I don't know if it works that way in this one, but like in Dark Souls, the fact that you could only get, like at a certain point in progression in the game, there was only one available of a particular crafting reagent. So you could only level one weapon to that quality. It's just like, I don't, you know, like that's not okay from my point of view. I mean, especially for an open world game, my assumption about this game is that I can just grind more because that's how open world games work. If that's the case, brilliant, thumbs up. In this game, smithing materials are bountiful. can I just grind more of everything? Because in which case, like, because that's great. That's the advantage of an open world game. Did I ever do the talk on economies? Can't remember. Like, that's a really important thing to understand in economies, right? Like, whether it's a closed economy or an open economy. And a closed economy is one where you can't obtain more of something, and an open economy is one where you can just keep getting more indefinitely. Container items will run out. What? You'll not be able to make. You'll need cracked pots to craft items. Sure. What's this? A smithing stone. Smithing table. Sure. Can strengthen your armaments up to +3. Okay, so I could. So to upgrade my sword, I need 250 souls. Is that what that's telling me? Okay, sounds cool. I like that. I mean, that's the basic joy, right? Like, thinking about, like, MMOs. Like, this is something that single-player RPGs tend not to do particularly well, and MMOs tend to do fairly well, but even then, not always. And you can see that in the way that I redesigned the smithing skill, right? Like, being able to wander out into the world and kill some stuff, to grind some souls, to upgrade my longsword. Absolutely fantastic. Love it. Like, that's such a good feeling. So that's the Merchant Kale is where the smithing is. What was that? Oh, that was the cave. So, like, right now, I have, I talked about not having an objective. Now I have an objective. I want another, like, 53 souls or something to be able to upgrade my sword, because that's cool. I'm assuming I can get more smithing stones. The glowing post a bit north is nice. Someone told me to go southwest. Southwest? Everyone was going dog, 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 dog. Is that still southwest? That was earlier. I'm assuming the tortoise I killed was called Dog, and he's like a special NPC. Oh, I'm back here. You were pointing me towards the church. Oh, okay. All animals are dogs. So you actually were talking about the tortoise? I'm confused now. Is that tortoise going to respawn? I might feel a bit bad if it doesn't. But yeah, like that's why RPGs are cool. Well, hang on, because it's weird, isn't it? Because the word RPG is so overloaded and it means so many different things to so many different people. Actually, like at university, that was in my talk. Like my project proposal was basically like, look, here's me like asking like 50 different people what the word RPG means, and none of them agree. So like people have these really incredibly blinkered like obstinate views of like, oh, Diablo doesn't count as an RPG because it doesn't have dialogue choices in it or something. And it's like, I mean, sure, like you can just use words in whatever way you want to, but the word RPG does not have any concrete definition. But the kind of RPG is fairly common to have like grindy progression elements, right? And that's wonderful because it allows you to set goals. This doesn't look like somewhere I should go. It's wonderful to have goals and work towards those goals and achieve those goals. And this sort of open world progression based system, right, let's call it that, is fantastic for that. It's wonderful that I can, jumping required. Yeah, I mean, some people are like, oh, a role-playing game, it's in, some people try to work backwards from the name, like role-playing game, it's a game about playing a role, and then they just sort of make up their own definition based on that. Ultimately, role-playing game means anything that derives from Dungeons and Dragons in any way whatsoever, which can just mean fantasy setting, it could mean grinding, it could mean stats, it could mean lots of monsters to kill, it could, like, because, the people who are like, oh, role-playing is about, like, portraying a character and, like, taking on their role and like lots of dialogue choices and consequences and stuff, and like that's absolutely nothing to do with Dungeons and Dragons. Like that's a very, by comparison, that's a very modern take on what a role-playing game could be. There were like 30 years of things that were called role-playing games before anyone even thought to implement like a dialogue tree or like any kind of choice or consequence. Like it was, you know, for a long time before then, it was just killing monsters and picking up treasure and having. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Look at those chunky boys. I love them. They look dangerous. So I have more sympathy for the like Diablo is an RPG perspective than I do for the you know Life is Strange is an RPG perspective, right? But like you know, only even so, like anyone who's claiming that something is or isn't an RPG, like I don't think they really have any authority to make that claim. But yeah, specifically open world progression RPGs are great because it's really nice to be able to like work towards objectives. I'm assuming if I go down there I'm going to die. That's my assumption. Did I study game design? Where did I study? No, I didn't study game design. I did software engineering. But my final year project was a game, and I talked about games a lot. I started a PhD, but then so I was a software engineer, and then I ended up starting a PhD in like it was about games, but none of my supervisors knew anything about the subject. It ended up kind of drifting into sociology, and none of my supervisors were sociology people, and none of us knew anything about it, and I didn't know anything about it. And it ended up being like, it was like do questionnaires and ask people their opinions, and then quantify those opinions and do lots of stats analysis on those opinions, and it was just absolutely nothing to do with what I wanted to do with my life. So I ended up quitting that. It was very frustrating. But yeah, there wasn't. I mean, so when I went to university, which was a long time ago now, Life is Strange is a puzzle game. Yes, I mean, like, yeah, Life is Strange isn't a great example, but like when people say like, oh, RPGs are all about choices and consequences, what they're actually talking about is like, you know, there are games, you know, like games like Life is Strange are much more about choices and consequences than a typical RPG is. So when someone says that, you know, oh, this is what RPGs are supposed to be about, it's supposed to be about playing a role. That's what that makes me think of. Yeah, when I went to university, like game design courses were brand new, and they were quite poorly thought of. And it's strange that nothing has really changed in the last 20 years. Like game companies still say like, don't do game design. I don't myself. I don't know. Like, I hesitate to give people advice because I can tell people what I would look for in a hire, but I can't tell people what other companies would look like in a hire. So I don't, you know, I'm hesitant to give people career advice, but in general, like I don't care what your degree is in, it makes no difference. Like I've known, you know, non-software students who knew what they were talking about, and I've known game design students who had no idea what they were talking about. So like to an extent, like we are not at a point with game design as a field where it can reliably churn out people who can just work in the games industry as designers or as anything else. It's not well understood enough or well taught enough for that to work. I've just realised I'm just absent-mindedly stabbing penguins for no reason. Don't even know why. What's this? Is that a campfire? Hey buddy. Are you just living down here by yourself? Are you friendly? Just put my sword away. Are you friendly? You don't look friendly. Ah! It's a fucking triple attack. Ah! Oof. Ah! If you can show experience effectively, that's always better than saying, yeah, I did a course for 3 years. Yeah, absolutely. Like, my take is like, the guy who created Soulsborne was a business major, he didn't have a design or writing degree, he was Japanese. And someone said, is a degree desirable compared to something like making mods for games. Yeah, like I mean, again, like I'm hesitant to give general advice because I worry that someone will take that advice and then go to a company that totally disagrees with me. But my take is that what I care about is can you make games? And if you've done a 4-year game design course but you've never made a game, then I have no idea whether you can make games. That hasn't told me anything. If you haven't done a 4-year game design course but you have released a game on Steam that sold no copies, then you have made a game. You know, like I don't care if you're successful. Like that's not the point because success is at least 90% luck, right? But like if you've made a game, if you've shipped a game, if you can describe to me the process of making it and what you learned from it and the difficult decisions you had to make on shipping and what you would have done differently next time, and you know what difficult decision did you make that turned out to be right in retrospect, and what difficult decision did you make that turned out to be wrong in retrospect, you know, you basically are a game designer is my take. So that's, you know, that's how I think about it. And whether or not you did a degree. So the advice I give to students is, you know, take advantage of your degree. Wait, he wasn't there before. Hey, buddy. Was he? I don't think he was. He looks dangerous. Like I don't know your lecturers, I don't know your coursework, I don't know what you're learning, I don't know whether you're learning anything valuable or not. I do know that you're in an environment where you're surrounded by a bunch of other people who all want to make games, and you won't be in that situation for most of your life, right? I've really even among game developers, you know, if I want to do like some small indie project, right? Most of my colleagues don't want to go home from their busy day of doing game development and do more game development, right? It's hard to find people who want to make games with you. So while you're in a situation where you're surrounded by people who want to make games, take advantage of that and make a game, like ship something, you know. It doesn't matter if it makes money, it doesn't matter if it's good. That's the best thing that going to university does for you, is like allowing you to meet other people who do the same thing, you know. I was wondering, based on the phrasing of "I don't care what your degree is in." Yeah, I mean, yeah, like I'm not gonna. That's the thing, right? And again, because I'm hesitant with the advice, like the HR department probably do. Like HR are probably like filtering applications based on whatever criteria. Again, depending on the department, depending on the company. They probably, you know, if there's more applicants, they probably will start by filtering out all the people who, like, they'll start. You know, best thing ideally is like work experience. If there's no work experience, they'll probably filter out the people without degrees, because, you know, why not? Like, why, if you've got like 100 applicants, why bother to interview the ones that don't have degrees? So in that regard, like, you know, there is a bias, a strong bias in that regard. But if I'm sitting down in an interview with you, I don't, like, I'm not reading your education section of your CV. I'm looking at what have you done, and if you've made a game, I'll be like, can I play that game? Will you tell me about the game that you made? You know, that kind of thing. Okay, motherfucker, let's go. Oh yeah, that's what's up. Hey, no problem. Ah, didn't even drop anything. A strip of white flesh. Awesome. Well, I hope that was useful. Huh? Oh. Cliff ahead. Seek God. Can you go in the water? Is that a thing? Nope. Is it worth walking all the way back over there to pick up those souls? Probably. See what I mean about this game having no respect for my time. I mean, presumably there's a bonfire that was closer, but That's like part of the reason for playing Dark Souls with a walkthrough, right? Oh yeah, there's a secret, like this area is a huge pain in the ass, so make sure you know, walk through this apparently normal wall because it has a bonfire behind it, without which it's borderline impossible to kill this boss. Like, okay, sure. I think it's a game. I think it's a like. It lives in an awkward spot for me because I said like I prefer not to have walkthroughs. I prefer not to have spoilers. But I think this game is built on the assumption that you will share information. The idea is that you discover secrets and share them with people, and then other people learn those secrets and are excited. And that works really well if you're like the first like 100 people to play the game and you're all like excitedly sharing info on a forum. That's great. But then as soon as the first guide gets written, that doesn't work anymore because now it's like all information or no information, you know. Graces are much harder to see than bonfires. Yeah, I don't know. What are those? What's that weird track that's running around the ground there? That look like that's why I came down here, because there was this weird track. Is it like another player's track? Because I assumed it was leading me to a bonfire. That's why I followed it. You're not going to tell me. Okay, fair enough. Oh, is it? It's one of those fucking, I can't remember what they're called now. The giant invisible bloodborne things, right? That's what it is. Oh no, this guy's still alive. Oh god, I only just killed you. Of course he's back. Amygdala, right? It's an amygdala. It's the equivalent of an amygdala. It's an invisible horseman. That's my guess. I mean, I could not kill it, right? But like, ah. Ah! Perfect timing. Absolutely nailed that. Absolute expert. Right, okay, this time I won't attack him. This time I'll attack that weird giant thing on the way back up, right? That's the best plan. Hey, friend. I mean, if they're anything like the ones in Bloodborne, they're really easy to kill, but don't actually know if that's true. I was no good at the executioners. Executioners in Hemwick Charnel Lane. Absolutely sucked at killing those. Wrote a song about it. Not drunk enough to sing it though. Oh, I should try and go and kill one of those blobby things, shouldn't I? That's obviously what I'm supposed to do next. I mean, like this is the thing about having no objective, right? I don't have anything I'm supposed to achieve. So therefore I might as well just wander down to the beach and try and kill blobby things, because there's nothing better to do. Seek Maiden. Lame. Do I need to like go to the point on the map before I'm allowed to level up? Is that what I'm... Sounds rubbish. Oh yeah. How many souls do I get for killing one of those? Oh, I've got 500 now. That's enough to improve my sword substantially. Hey buddy. Oh, that's a great design, I love it. Someone was asking me recently, like, Archathonian demons Like as I was saying, like basically a Shoggoth. Games tend not to implement Shoggoths. Oh, it's baby ones! Oh, that's great! Oh, they seem friendly. I think those are eggs on it. Those are like egg clusters. I should address the trail thing. You mean like interact with it? Shoggoth, yeah, Shoggoth. I guess I could read these messages that someone has left me, right? Try circling around. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, and the like the little notes really reinforce that idea, right? That you're supposed, like, it's that's the thing. You're supposed to play with the walkthrough, right? Other players are. Can you turn those notes off? Like in Bloodborne, I was playing without PlayStation Network, so I didn't get them. I didn't do anything. But I feel like if I wanted to play without, if I wanted to play without advice, I would have to disable them entirely. But again, it's not a game that lends itself to that. It's not supposed to work that way. Let's read some more of these notes. Why is it always confusion? Good question, my friend. First off, attacking. Try here. Try here. Good advice. Can I hit the front of the trail? Ah. Crouching. Okay, so the guy saying... I quite like the trolls, that's good. The guy saying try circling was not accomplishing anything at all. No, I can't. It's fast, isn't it? You ready? Okay, well I am actually right on the path this time. Okay. If this just murders me instantly, I swear to God. Doesn't seem like the best place for it. Is this... Are you guys winding me up again? That's the thing, right? It's completely believable. No, it went right through me. There's no collision, right? So I have notes telling me to try attacking it. I have notes telling me to try following it. None of these things have done anything. Try fire projectile weapon. Try snow. Ah, I need pocket sound. No, I don't believe you now. I mean, I might as well try, because why not? It's your own time you're wasting. Alright, what I need is a bit more warning. Adding skills. With a whetstone knife, you can use Ashes of War to grant your armaments new skills at sites of grace. An armament can only have one skill. Any skill it previously had will be removed. An armament's type determines what skills it can have. Some special armaments have unique skills and cannot be granted units. With a whetstone knife, you can use Ashes of War to grant affinities to your armaments. Okay, sure. Ash of War, stamp, sweep. What? Okay, sure. Nailed it. Absolutely destroyed it. I didn't actually believe you. So, never sure whether I'm gonna trust you ever again. Right, now I need to go kill one of these things. Oh, but they're friendly. I don't know. I want to kill one. Hey, buddy. Oh, he's got a beak. Hey, buddy. Oh, he's very hostile. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, I love it. Oh, he's very, very tough. Okay. I'm not going to try and fight him. They're great, though. 'Cause someone was asking me, like, a couple of weeks ago, like, how should Chthonians move? How should they be animated? And I was saying, well, like, no one actually animates Shoggoths. Like, because Shoggoths... I mean, that's not a Shoggoth, so it doesn't have pseudopods. It has tentacles, but it doesn't have pseudopods. But it's very similar. Like, that's high effort. Like, strong, what's the right word? Like big respect to animating something so elaborate. I can't remember. Someone was just asking, like, is it like? I think it was a question about like animating abyssal demons or something like that. Like could abyssal demons be animated better? And like it's actually an incredibly like there's lots of creatures which are kind of like animated like you know you can do a creature which has sort of wriggly writhey bits on it but otherwise moves exactly like a dog or moves exactly like a boar or something, you know. But actually animating like a Shoggoth, a proper Shoggoth moves like an amoeba. And I don't remember, and you know, those don't do that, and I don't remember ever seeing anything that actually moves like an amoeba. Oh, you don't seem friendly. Part of a game mod that has an animated Shoggoth, it's 2D pixel art, which makes things easier. So complex that nobody's willing to respray things. Oh, that's cool. What's that for? Is it... Because Carrion obviously has a kind of Shoggoth, but they also... Like, Carrion kind of works, but it also kind of cheats. Which is fine. I mean, it's good that they did what they did. Mod name Fracking Universe for Starbound. I've seen Starbound on Steam. I haven't played it. Space Terraria. Yeah, it stands out to me because I made a game called Corebound once. I say I started making a game called Corebound. So Starbound stands out to me. Uh-oh. I'm tickled by the tri-circling hint because it was believable enough to do. Like if it was like try jumping off here, then I absolutely would not do it under any circumstances. But if it was like not played Terraria. I started Terraria a couple of weeks ago, and I only played it for a few minutes, and the basic controls seemed really horrible, so I stopped. It didn't grab me at all. I don't know if it like good sort ahead. Are you actually a good sort? Oh yeah, it's got one of those tradey things. Hello.
What do you need? I don't want any trouble.
I see it's got the same like garbage writings. Extends crafting repertoire. Can I afford that? I feel like I should probably be buying these things as I come across them. Oh, has he got more? Oh, he's got more. Oh no, that was everything. Okay, cool.
All done?
I've been looking for something that gives me the same experience as Subnautica, which is Subnautica was really good, but also really flawed. And then Subnautica Below Zero was much less good and much more flawed, which is frustrating. And there's really just nothing else like it at all. There's a handful of underwater games. There's a handful of like, well, I mean, there's quite a lot of those sort of open world crafting games, but like not like Subnautica had a kind of subtle storytelling to it that most games don't have that degree of subtle storytelling to them. Hey, buddy. Oh, that's a Shoggoth. There's a tiny coastal Shoggoth. Oh, this could take a while. I don't think I'm supposed to go this way yet. Fought one of those in Resident Evil Revelations. Oh. Yeah, so that's got more sort of pseudopody behaviour, right? But again, it's very simple. It's so much easier to do leaping attacks than it was in the previous two games. It's really generous with the timing windows. I mean, like, I consider that better design, but this is the thing where I feel I get really confused criticizing Dark Souls because, like, what are to me basic UX errors appear to be like highly coveted like elements of the core gameplay to its fan base. So it's sort of meaningless to criticize it on that basis. But like, this is so much more generous with its timing windows. Like, you know, part of what was so hard to... Part of why I found Abriata so hard to kill is because you had to do jump attacks to hit her in the face. And jumping attacks are quite hard to execute in Bloodborne. I got some souls. That didn't really seem worth it. Don't know, I don't have a good handle on the economy. What have we got down here? Uh-oh, skeletons. Oh, not very tough skeletons. Oh. Dude's got a crossbow though. Ah! Yeah, I mean, I ended up using a longsword in most of the previous... Oh, they're coming back. Oh, okay. Okay, that's neat. Foulfoot. I guess I don't have the skeleton killing weapon I would need to deal with those permanently. And the enemy makes a dunce noise that's been staggered and can be riposted. Yeah, I wasn't sure if I could... I was just being quite careful and hesitant with them because they very much look like something that would grab your foot and kill you. Doesn't seem to be very much down here. Bit sad that this man doesn't have a fast travel point. His donkey looks very lean. I don't really want to have to walk all the way back down here to buy things from him later. It's nice that there are things to buy. I mean, that's the thing I can say complimentarily about any RPG is like, if the economy is structured such that there's things that are worth buying, or like things that are worth saving up for, I guess is the more important point. I hope there's a save point in here. Guess there is. Hooray. The dungeon is not a place I recommend completing. You'll spend quite a while at the boss. Just get the grace and get out. Is that the grace I just got there? So you don't think I should do this dungeon just now? Well, I'll have a little bit of a look. I don't mind not banging my head against something that's just too high level for me at the moment. Ah. with Jack's skills. Thanks, bro. No, I just killed a skeleton and I only took some damage doing it. What are you saying? Water. I mean, I'll say this, I'm not bored yet, right? Like, that's good. It's a good sign. A lot of games I'll pick up, I'll start playing, and I'm like, can't be bothered with this. It's not annoying. I mean, like, I don't think the writing is very good. The writing I've seen so far has been mediocre, but there hasn't been very much of it, so it's fine. Like, it's not annoying me with its annoying writing. I played There was a very anime-style Dark Souls clone where everyone's like a vampire. I can't remember what it's called. They're like these children who are vampires in this post-apocalyptic setting. And it was so tedious. Like, it was kind of Dark Souls-y, but there was just endless, terrible cutscenes full of awful, awful writing. And I was just, I don't want to play any more of this. What the hell is this? Is this the way back up? I think so. Oh, should I have a go at that giant guy? I haven't gotten to the good bits yet. Where's that giant? Hello, giant. You are actually much larger than I expected up close. I mean, he's not doing that much damage, but maybe not. I don't like that all these. I don't like the way all these ruined buildings don't have anything in them. They stand out as really neat landmarks. Like they draw the attention, and you go up to them, and there's nothing in them. Or there's no way in, as far as I can tell, unless I'm missing it. Which is a shame, because they work quite nicely as like landmarks to attract your attention. Ah! You're just gonna keep chasing me forever. Seems like you might. Whoa. Ah! Ah! Wait, that's not the... Can't catch me, stupid man on a horse. My feet are too nimble for you. Whoa! Alright, dude, calm down. You've not been patrolling up and down outside this church for years on end, and now you're just like... I evaded him using the time-honored method of like... Right, so where am I going? I'm supposed to go over to this like maiden thing, right? Up here. Let's do that then. I'm not into losing stuff when I die. That's not anything I particularly like. I do like that it encourages me to spend rather than save. Like, that's a very difficult thing to do in a game. And so, like, you know, when I find a shop, I immediately spend all of my money straight away because otherwise I'll just lose it. It's great. And so I'm eager to find shops that sell things that I can buy so that I can then keep them money. Are you looking for something? Maybe they're looking for me. That's a respawn point, is it? I think so. Ah. Right, where are we going now? The chamber lies under the ruins. Oh, there's a... That's going to a safe point, right? Oh, he looks bad. Oh, he looks badass. Ah! Stupid targeting. I don't feel like I entirely earned that backstab, if I'm honest. His back was nowhere near me. Gatefront ruins. Ah, house. I haven't yet attracted the guards' attention with my antics. Uh-oh. That doesn't look good. Ah! Oh, that's a knight. Oh, uh-oh. Oh, that's very bad. Well, I'm not a fan of knights, especially not knights with spears. Oh, there's a shit ton of them. Hang on. I'm not doomed. I'm going to go into the save point. Probably. Do the glowing eye skulls respawn? I haven't actually checked. Oh, it's a special one. Ah, a maiden. Or possibly a young boy. Young boys can be maidens too.
Traveller from beyond the fog.
Yeah, I think that's a young boy.
I am Melina.
Could be the protagonist of any anime style game.
I offer you an accord. Have you heard of the Finger Maidens? They say 2 fingers, offering guidance and aid to the tarnished.
Really? The Finger Maidens?
I am afraid are maidenless. I can play the role of maiden, turning runes into strength
Oh, okay, yeah.
to aid you in your search for the Elden Ring. You need only take me with you to the foot of the Erd Tree.
Yeah, sure, dude.
Settle.
Let's go.
Summon me by grace to turn runes into strength.
Sure. Let's do that.
Ah, another matter. I bequeath to you this ring.
Ah, a horse.
Use
Sweet.
it to traverse great distances. It will summon a spectral steed named Torrent.
Ah.
Torrent has chosen you. Treat him with respect.
Sure, let's level up, dude.
Shall I turn your runes to strength?
No, I'd like to level up.
Let my hand rest upon you. For but a moment. Share them with me. Your
Yeah, sure.
thoughts, your ambitions, the principles you would follow.
How much is that going to cost me? 800. Okay, sure. Use a spectral steed whistle. Do I have to, like, hotkey that? Y plus up. Okay, cool. Wait, what does Y do by default? Does it do nothing? So X uses the bottom item, and Y plus direction uses something else? I'm going to want to spend most on Vigor. No, I'm going to put it all into Strength, because at some point I'm going to find some massive two-handed sword, and I'm going to want to be able to wield it in one hand, right? Stop trying to trick me. What are you talking about? Equipment. Right. No, is equipment not where I hotkey things? Oh, hang on. Ah, talisman. Nice. Okay. Quick item 3. Get 4 item slots on Y using the D-pad. Yeah, yeah. I'm trying to figure out where I slot them though. Is it in here? Is it these ones? Quick item 6 on my start menu. Why don't I? What? Oh, pouch. I see. Yep. What's a memory of grace? All right, Dackle. Thanks for watching. Don't seem to be able to assign it. Switch. Is that correct? Yes. Hey! Okay, solid. Oh my god. It's a yak horse. Hey buddy. Yeah. Wow, he's fast. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm never going to complain about a yak horse again. That is a lot faster than I expected from my starting horse. Memory of Grace is a suicide item. Ah, okay, well let's not do that then. How do I get off my yak horse? Like that? Okay, yeah, that's a solid mount. Still no lover. Ah. Okay, well, I guess I should go down here and kill these guys now, maybe? Press the left joystick to jump off. Ah, okay. Alright. Oh, buddy. Blow a horn at me, will you? Oh, am I not slow rolling anymore? I didn't actually notice. Now that I've unequipped the halberd. Can't see me! Stealthiest knight. That's good that there's a really, really visible, like that crazy glow when they die only comes out when they've got an item, right? It's good that it's really, really good. They killed me, Percy. Well, they tried to. I mean, they didn't succeed because I ran away. But they're also extremely inattentive guards because when I ran away, they just ignored me. Ah, I really ought to... Given that I brought this shield, I really ought to learn how to use it. Ah. Okay, I did press a button to block, but it was the wrong button. Oh, you can do a front, like, assassinate as well. Okay, that's cool. Also, I need to save up for something, and they seem to have stuff, so they have to die, I'm afraid. It's just that kind of game. Behold, treasure chest. Oh, there's a treasure chest. Oh, whoa, okay. I did not see the treasure chest. Hmm. That doesn't look like it's going to have a very good thrust attack, if I'm honest. Let's have a look. What we got? Flail? Oh. Oh, how do I use the, like, special attack on my longsword? Is that a thing? It said it has a special attack, right? But can I not use it because it's not in my offhand or something? Did I misunderstand that? Smash. Okay, so there's that. He looks dangerous, if I'm honest. I don't know if he's actually dangerous, but he looks dangerous. And that guy's got a dog, which is obviously my nemesis. If you have a shield without parry, two-hand it, then L2. Okay. See if I can remember how to do that. Like that. And then that. Is that it? What does that do? Do it. I assumed that was like a sort of parry thing. A bit of a tough nut, this. Oh, is there a shield one? Read its description, probably does something on R1. Oh, okay. Ah! Neat. Okay, yeah, and that cost me some FP, yeah, okay. That makes sense. Do all these things have... Yes, they do. So these are like chest carts. It's a very inefficient way of transporting a chest around. What? What? Wait, 9. Add my strength. See, this is why. See, this is why I haven't put enough points into strength yet. Garbage scaling though. Well, that's my objective now. Should I use a falchion for a bit? See what that's like. It's more of a dex modifier. I mean, given my thrust-based fighting style, I suspect this might be a complete failure, but it's worth a go. That was one of the things I didn't like about the crafting system in Dark Souls and Bloodborne was that it, like, I don't like any weapon specialization system basically which discourages you from changing to different weapons. Because I like there's an intrinsic like benefit to like using the same weapon because you practice it and you get used to it, right? But then sometimes it's fun to try out something different. And if the system is designed either like sometimes it's like there's a skill-based system where you put all your points in greatsword, you know. So then by like halfway through the game you can no longer use anything but a greatsword effectively, which sucks. Or you know, as in Bloodborne, like only one of your weapons can be upgraded to maximum. I'm not keen on that at all. I prefer Elden Ring for only 2 weapon slots, but the one you're not holding doesn't count for weight. Yeah, Mass Effect 3 did that as well, and I didn't think it worked well in Mass Effect at all. But like, oops, I should pay attention really, shouldn't I? Whoa. Mass Effect 2 had a very simple system where you could carry 2 weapons. Mass Effect 3 had a really complicated system where you could carry as many weapons as you wanted, but the more weapons you carried, the slower your abilities cooled down. And that meant that if you had any sort of ability-based build, you should only ever use one weapon, because the utility of carrying a second weapon wasn't worth it. It didn't do anything for you, and you should only carry one weapon. Oh, God. Whoa, okay. Cough. You can two-hand that now. Stake of Marika. What? Is that the one? Wait, hang on. Is Marika the name of the woman who just joined me? Or was that a different character whose name begins with N and ends in A? Because she's like a goddess, right? I'm assuming she's a goddess because people have made little statues of her everywhere. That's what that's the kind of thing you do with goddesses. But I also met someone whose name was extremely similar. So I can two-hand a greatsword. Okay, I'll try that. Unable to use effectively unless wielded with two hands. I guess I should also unequip my shield, right? She's Melina. Marika is the goddess, right? Yeah, totally different. They definitely won't turn out to have anything to do with each other. Where did my souls go? I don't actually know. Do I have a thrust? Nope. That wasn't what I meant to do, that was the wrong button. Blah. Oh, wrong button. Not sure about this. Oh, there they are. Not sure about this not having a thrust. So yeah, no, I agree because it's like like the flexibility of being able to switch weapons. I mean, so maybe that's different, right? But given that I'm encouraged to switch weapons around between combats and tweak my loadout and reload and have another go, right? Like that's the whole basis of the game is the combats are difficult. So why not? Why not, you know, try again? It's not that I can't, I can certainly imagine a fight in which you might want to use different weapons for different phases of a fight or something where you can't change, you don't have time to equip and unequip. I can envisage that, but it doesn't seem likely that it doesn't seem likely that it would be worth the weight cost in most circumstances. So that seems like a weird design because it's sort of just discouraging the use of like it's a quick slot feature, right? It's for convenience. It's much more than it's for like the ability to switch in combat. One for long range, one for short. Yeah, I mean, like, having a bow is the most obvious one, but you're saying it's not really worth using a bow. But yeah, if I had a bow, I would want that bow on a quick slot, so I didn't have to go in and manually faff around with it all the time, every time I wanted to use a bow. Is this worth persisting? Is this worth banging my head against this to try to defeat these guys, or should I just move on to somewhere else? Like, if there's some reward for killing that knight, then that's worth doing. Otherwise, I'll just carry on this way, I guess. Nothing except any items he drops. Is he like a Black Knight? Is he like a... like he has a chance of dropping like a super duper Black Knight item? Is he that sort of being? Is that the guy with the horn? So I need to take him out, right? Oh, I should be in the bushes. Hey, horn dude. He's just a regular knight. But like, does he have a chance of dropping like a piece of knight gear, which would be really sweet? Like, you know, a knight helmet, a fancy knight helmet that I'm not strong enough to use yet. Yeah, so I should try and kill him then. Does he respawn? Because that's what I mean about like being like a Black Knight. The Black Knights are like unique individuals. Possibly should have healed before I attacked him. Okay, so in theory I could sit and farm him for knight gear. More like a silver knight, yeah. I could sit and farm him for Night gear, in theory, if I could kill him once. Oh, who's messaging me? Oh, the kids are being difficult, apparently. Now I need to get my souls back and then run away, right? There's a ponderousness to this, which I like. Like, I don't like. Again, it's like, you know, it's not something I would play that much. It's the sort of game I'm unlikely to put 170 hours into for that reason. But like once you get used to the pace and you're like, oh, okay, I need to get my souls back, but I can't just run in and grab them because then I'll just make a mistake and die again and lose them. So instead I need to carefully approach and take out the guy with the horn, and then I can safely grab them and run away again. Like, I don't know, like that's what, like, it really matters to me. You know, I said it like at the start, like the whoa, hello. The look and feel. Like, I think it's really easy to underestimate how good the groundwork of this game is with its, like, whoa, hello. Should be paying attention. Ah, no, that's not what I meant to do. That's the wrong button. High frames, mate. Like, if this game had crap controls, I wouldn't even be slightly interested in it, right? Like, it's worth persisting with the ponderousness and the hostility and the player hatred and the wasting of my time, because the game is so enjoyable to interact with at a basic level. And if that weren't the case, so, like, you know, you can copy Dark Souls design style, but if you don't copy Dark Souls superb implementation, then, you know, what you produce will be horrible to interact with. Regular enemies have a rhythm to their combat. Bosses are too aggressive, you think? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I know there's a whole lot of philosophy about, like, the relative design of how aggressive, like, where are my souls? Oh, they're over there. There's a whole philosophy over, like, Dark Souls being designed in a particular way that encourages defensive play, and Bloodborne being designed in a particular way that encourages offensive play. I got to the end of Bloodborne and I never got the hang of the regeneration mechanic where you're supposed to, like, when you get hit, you're supposed to hit the enemy back. I just never got used to that the entire time. I swear the backstab window is a lot more generous than it was in either Bloodborne or Dark Souls as well. Is Dark Souls 3 the most recent game prior to this one? Because I keep talking about Dark Souls 1 and Bloodborne, but they're both obviously quite dated now. Elden Ring encourages aggressive play, but the player isn't fast enough to keep up. Oh, there was Sekiro, wasn't there, of course? Yeah, I never played Sekiro at all. I got a bunch of friends who played it. Doesn't sound like my kind of thing. Dark Souls 3, yeah. But yeah, so yeah, because I know that the sort of philosophy of the game's changed quite a lot. Obviously, like, Bloodborne was specifically designed to encourage aggressive attacking, and Bloodborne felt very defensive if you played with the tower shield strategy, which I didn't, but if you did, then it was very defensive. Stormgate. Whoa, hello. No, this doesn't look like somewhere I'm supposed to go. I mean, that's what all the information I'm being given here suggests that this is not the way I should go right now. Instead, I should go somewhere else. Because there are multiple... Were they knights firing at me with a crossbow? If you go back to the church at the start near night time, there's something that wasn't there the first time. Sure, good call. That's exactly the kind of thing I want to be told, because, like, finding that out. Oh, okay, there's a... Okay, so the giants... The zombie-looking giants and the regular-looking knights are on the same team. Fair enough. You had to look it up. So it's just like how to progress. Yeah. So here's some obtuseness coming in of, like, I have no idea what to do next. How do I fast travel from here? Can I level up yet? Yes, I can, because I've got a shitload. See, my feeling is that I should get more strength. That's my feeling. Fast travel from the map screen. Oh, what? Like Skyrim? What? What kind of casual garbage is this? Imagining fast traveling. You can fast travel from anywhere? What is this casual game? Oh, okay, so now I can see properly on the map. Cool. Graveside Cave. Back here to the first step. Not anywhere, some underground places permit it, yeah. No, it's, yeah, I mean, it's fine. Like, it is what it is, right? Did you have anything else to say to me, friend?
Luckily for you, however, there is one shining ray of hope.
See, I didn't want to sit and listen to this guy talk anymore because he's really annoying.
Vare. Take care to listen.
He's strongly discouraging me from interacting with him at all anymore.
The golden light that gives life to you, tarnished. You may also behold its golden rays, pointing in
I'm not going to
particular
criticize him just carrying on as
direction
if I just clicked on him straight away, because that's how I talk
is
in
the
real life.
guidance of grace, a path that a tarnished
I just
must
resume conversations with people after 6 months,
Grace's guidance holds
and they're like, "What are you talking about?"
answers. It will lead you, tarnished, to the path you are meant to follow, even if it leads you to your grave.
He told me to follow something. Oh, is he talking about that, like, light thing?
Grace's guidance will reveal the path
God,
forward,
he's still
most
talking.
certainly, to Castle Stormvale, over on the cliff, the home of the decrepit demigod, Godric the Grafted. It's time you set off, I should think, to Castle Stormvale on the cliff, where Grace would guide you, if you seek the Elden Ring, maidenless as you are.
I'm not making this, though, dude.
It's time you set off, I should think.
Where's the choice and
to
consequence?
Castle Stormvale on the cliff, where Grace would guide you, if you seek the Elden Ring, maidenless as you are.
I mean, I mean, it's not worth dwelling on, but I do want to say, like, this is terrible dialogue. Like, it's badly written and it's badly delivered. I don't know if it's delivered on purpose. I couldn't work that out in either of the previous games that I played. But, like, that was a really weird, hammy wooden delivery, and it's really, like, bizarre, nonsensical dialogue that's trying really hard to be mysterious and unhelpful. So, like, it's fine. Like, it's fine because it's not about that. That's not the point of the game. It's not. I'm not playing it for the story, right? But when people do say, "Oh, it's such a brilliantly told game," and like everyone should copy the storytelling of Dark Souls, I'm like, what? Really? Yeah, I don't mind that it's cryptic. That's fine. I mean, although it's not that cryptic, right? Because he's so obviously talking about the tutorial. Like, he's very, very clumsily describing a tutorial mechanic in a way that makes it sound really lame. Like, you know, even within the idea that it's supposed to be cryptic, it's not great. Is that the castle he was talking about? Hang on, I should actually look around, right? Because I've wandered this whole place. So there's a load of crap over there I haven't been to that someone said I'm not supposed to go to. That's the church. I went there. So that's well signposted. That's like a nice little... and then presumably that is the castle. Or is that the castle he wants me to go to? But then that like gatehouse that I've got my head over there is presumably where I was just now. Where those buddies were. I don't think I've been to over there. Don't think. Dackle was worried. If you find the area of scared of, you'll really know. The big castle. That big castle up there, yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's very Dark Souls, right? That's exactly the same as Dark Souls. It's not... I mean, so, like, from this situation, it's not as good as Dark Souls. Like, the Dark Souls... What was it called? Anor Londo. Like, Anor Londo was cool. Like, I've not seen that trope executed that well. I mean, it's partly because it's, like, such a fucking grind to get through Sen's Fortress to get there, right? And that is definitely a part of it. But I thought Anor Londo was spectacularly executed in terms of, like... you know, these people are better than you and they live up on a cliff, and then you go up there and it's just this spectacular heaven, except that it's full of guys that try and murder you. Like, yeah, really, really well done. Right, so why am I coming here? Am I supposed to wait until night time? Or was it out of the church? Why is this a thing until nightfall? Why is this even a mechanic? Oh man, did I tell you guys about the Neverwinter Nights module? People had... Oh god, I used to play a bunch of Neverwinter Nights modules, right? Because I made one myself and I used to play other people's. Oh good lord, people had bad ideas. My favourite one... Yeah. So do I need to go to the church where... Oh, sorry, it had its own fast travel point, didn't it? I forgot about that. But yeah, I came back here on purpose. The worst idea I ever saw implemented... Wait, hang on. This might be joint first, I'll tell you the other one in a second, was NPCs that have schedules, so the merchants can't be interacted with because they've gone to sleep, right, at night time, but no way to advance time. So you just had to stand around doing nothing, waiting, because your inventory's full, so you can't carry on adventuring. You want to go to the merchant, but the merchant's asleep. Good lord. Worst idea ever. The other worst idea ever was a guy who essentially made, you know, like an active... Wait, you guys don't call them locks, do you? In RuneScape, you know, when you click on like a tree or something, like anything that's interactable but isn't a creature, we call that a lock. I think you guys call them objects. We call them lock, which is short for location. So an active lock is something that you can click on, right? So this guy made a forest, and he made all the trees active and incredibly densely packed together, so that navigating your way through the forest was borderline impossible. And then he like laid down, and then like you went into the dungeon, and there were like just hundreds of like bodies and swords and stuff. Like, so actually clicking, because it's click to move in Neverwinter Nights, actually clicking was borderline impossible. And I was like, I don't think this is a very good idea, to the developer, and he was like, no, it's realistic. So why am I here? Doesn't seem to be any different. Huh? NPC is invisible. He was like, it's hard to move through a forest, so I've made it. I don't think he realizes that forests are quite dispersed. You know, like trees don't grow very close together in forests, but I think he was like, it's hard to pick your way across the ground because the ground is covered in stuff. It's kind, you know, you have to kind of pick your steps very, very carefully. But actually, it was just a nightmare. Anyway, those are the two worst RPG ideas I've ever seen. Am I supposed to? Should I rest here? Never had issues walking across the forest. No, me neither, because like forests are quite spacious, right? Shall I pass the time? So like on RuneScape, I'm a developer, and obviously I interact with the community quite a lot, and like I talk about game design quite a lot. But in other communities, if I'm in any other gaming community, I'm not a developer, right? I'm a gamer. It's really pompous to like, oh, I'm a game designer, you should listen to me. But like, talking to other players about game design as a player is really painful. Yeah, it wasn't great. Yeah. Shall I rest until nightfall again? Is this nightfall? I can't really tell. It looks quite light for nightfall. Do I need to actually wait until nighttime, maybe? Meant to be a woman here, but the trigger is awkward. Sometime after, when resting until nightfall. So I need to come back here when it's dark, I would assume. Because it's not actually dark yet. Well, that's fine. I can just wander around murdering things. Can I have a go at these guys again? I mean, I have to say it's not super open so far. I'm imagining it changes. It's more open than Dark Souls, right? But like, I've got this little opening area. Have I explored everywhere in this opening area? Did I go over to this guy? there was that little lake, wasn't there, with the weird things in it, which I never did figure out what on earth they were. And and there was I went down to the beach, and I think I thoroughly explored the beach. I couldn't kill the skeletons, but otherwise I think I thoroughly explored the beach. There was a cave down on the beach. I don't feel like I have lots of different directions I can go in. I feel like I have like one direction I can go in. Poison ahead. Like, I don't like sub-dungeons are cool. I love being able to, like, if it's a linear path with a side dungeon, I really like that. That's really cool. But it's still a fairly linear path, right? So it doesn't... Maybe when I get through, you can leave this area. You don't have to kill any bosses to reach 75% of the bottom, yeah. There's a lot to this map. Yeah, but I couldn't... I'm talking about this little tutorial area. Are you saying, like, oh, this isn't a tutorial area, you know what I mean? This first zone. Is there just loads more to explore that I haven't found yet? Because I haven't gone in all the nooks and crannies. Wolf? But, like, you know, like, if I compare it with, you know, like the way Assassin's Creed is structured, or the way that The Witcher is structured, or the way that Cyberpunk is. I was playing Cyberpunk recently. I never actually streamed that, did I? Oh, I streamed the tutorial, but I never actually streamed any of the actual game. I've played a bit of it. I've quite enjoyed it. It's got a horrible leveling system, Cyberpunk. Absolutely awful. Witcher was bad. Cyberpunk's even worse. Did I complain about that? You ride on a... I was driving in my car, and these random gangsters started attacking me, so I got out and attacked them back, but they over-leveled me by like 20 levels. So I just died and couldn't hurt them in any way, which is just an absolutely stupid experience. But that, you know, that has an open world in the sense that I can just roam around it and do whatever I like, and that's the kind of... Because it was GTA 3 was the first game of that sort, right? Is that fair? I think so. Like GTA 3 was just sort of go anywhere, do anything, and then quests will send you to specific map points on the map. But at the moment, now, which is, I mean, it's fine. Like, I think I prefer to have my movement slightly curtailed to give me a reason to go one place or not to another. Stormfoot Catacombs. What was that? Storm Gate. That was called Gate Front. So is this the catacombs below the castle? Oops. Or is it just random? Am I getting something when I touch one of these? Am I getting like a humanity or something, or am I just unlocking the respawn point? Okay, I'm sure this is going to be awesome. Oh, hello. Doesn't talk for long enough. I can't get any... The nice thing about streaming The Witcher was I could get some crisps in my mouth while they were talking. Oh, it's muted. Can I see what, like, these enemies are called? I mean, presumably they're gargoyles, but, like, is there some sort of interface that tells me? Ah, weak foe. Lots of dead people in here. I guess I should have paid attention. That's the thing. All those weird bloodstains at the start, which are like, there's nothing like. Can you even die here? They've misled me. That's not a respawn point, is it? What's that one? That's a summoning point. Disregard maidens, acquire materials. Is that a meme? Has anyone made that? Please tell me no one's made that. What font is that? It's just like Arial, isn't it? Locked by some contraption. Ah, what am I doing wrong? I can't lock on. Why can't I lock on? Oh, is that poison or rage or something? Why can't I can't lock on? It's my. It's entirely possible. My. Oh, it's because I've got the bloody dialogue window open still. How is that a thing? Okay, those are quite aggressive. Yeah, that's awful. Like that's I mean that's a basic UX rule, right? Like when you walk away from the NPC, in this case door, but NPC, the dialogue closes automatically. That's just how it works. Also, like the door is locked. I should under no circumstances prevent controls from being input. That's insane. Could this be an item? I mean, it doesn't look like it. Doesn't seem to be an item. Is that like players just leaving troll messages? Ah, top flame corridor. Nice. I was doing a tabletop role-playing game with my 8-year-old and my 5-year-old last week. Absolutely adorable. I made up a really simple set of rules for them to try. The 5-year-old wanted to be... She wanted to be a dwarf bomb thrower, but then she changed to a dwarf ninja, and then she changed to like someone who had cats. Ah! Well, that's just mean. Prattling pate. Try attacking. Attacking required. Oh. Hey, thanks. Thanks, friends. Good advice. Ooh, do you think I can climb on it? And my older daughter already knew she wanted to be an elven sorceress because she'd been reading the D&D, like she's got like there's like these kiddie versions of the D&D core books that she's got. She doesn't want to read the real ones, but she knows about elves and sorcerers. I don't have a bow because I'm a frickin' knight. That would be dishonourable to use a bow. Yeah, this is like the Theo game, right? Where's Theo? Mind you, I am like murdering absolutely everybody I see, so... Why did me animate? Oh, hello. Hello. That's... It's not good. Ah! 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 I was expecting them to trigger when I picked up the thing. Never mind. Oh, Scarlet Rot. Fancy. Hmm. Is there one in here? I don't remember. Can I just run through? You coming, buddy? You staying there? Ah! Yeah, I don't really like the poison mechanic from Dark Souls. I mean, it's fine, but it's just a bit unintuitive and weird. Oh, that one's still down. Why is that one still down? Is that because I didn't stand on it? Is it standing on it that makes it come back up again? Probably should have hit this one then, shouldn't I? No precious item ahead. Thanks, buddy. Now this is a situation where I definitely do wish I had a ranged weapon. That would be very helpful. I could grab the thing and run? Ah! Whoa. Whoops. I think I can hit him with a jumping attack. No. Ah! Ah! Bad, 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 bad. Crap. Oh, I'm getting too tired to chatter now. I probably should stop soon. If you use a blue cipher ring, you will make yourself immune to summons. Is that something I need to do? Does this game have annoying PvP? Can't remember. Was that a thing? No, you could open yourself up for PvP, right? In the previous games, you could be like, come at me. I loved the whole idea. Like, it was very imaginative. It was full of interesting ideas. Like the idea of like the different, oh crap, the different PvP factions and stuff. This is wonderful. Like it's great when there's content that's really like aimed at hyper engaged players, you know, because you could just not interact with it at all. It wasn't a PvP game in any sense at all. But if you were a really hyper engaged Dark Souls player, you could do like this crazy PvP metagame. It's an explicit opt-in item. If you've summoned someone, you're open to PvP. Okay, so like if we So if I was to summon help, and then we would now be vulnerable to PvP. That's interesting. So I can't kind of play co-op. Can't play co-op without being vulnerable, essentially. Oh, I should have played more aggressively. I could have killed them both. Damn it. A butter? What? After all that? A smouldering butter, really? Yeah, I mean, there are people who are like, I wouldn't want to summon someone because kind of, you know, the point is like the challenge of the fights, right? But like, there are people who want to play it co-op or help each other out or whatever. Be wary of left. Hey, buddy. That? Oh, we're up here now. Okay. Oops. Yeah, exactly. The sort of person. Yes, the sort of person who wants to summon help. I'm sure it was. Was it not opt-in in Dark Souls, or am I just misremembering? I thought you had to like wear like a red ring or something, and that meant that people could invade you, but also you got more XP or something like that. Like, or am I just misremembering that? I thought it had opt-in PvP in that sense. Ah, what? It's missed. Oh. Yeah, like at a fairly fundamental level, PvP and co-op are quite different game experiences. It's a little weird to mix them together like that, but it's fine. I don't know. It's easy for me to say because I don't want to do either. But like, if I was the sort of person who wanted co-op and didn't want PvP, that would be horrifying. Link between co-op and invasions. In Dark Souls 1 it was restoring humanity and yes, that's right, yes. Is that hallowing or unhallowing or something? The spirit calling bell, you can use ashes to summon spirits. Summoning typically consumes FP, you can only summon one type of spirit, you cannot summon spirit string. Alright, cool. Sure. Destruction! Yeah, absolutely, that guy knows what I'm up. Hidden path ahead. In short, try gesturing. I'm assuming that's nonsense? Liar ahead. Yep. That's fun. That's fun. I do feel like I'm having a social experience. I mean, like it's totally unimmersive, right? Like it's dragging me wildly out of the immersive atmosphere of this game into like basically like playing a game with a bunch of random trolls. I'm going to assume that that is not something that is worth trying to figure out how the gesture system works. Social gameplay way more than games that advertise social games. Yeah, yeah, like it's a very good way of doing social gameplay, right? Like it does work, but it is a bit like I don't want social gameplay, right? Like you know when I am playing an MMO and I am doing the story. I was talking earlier about the extent to which I do a story, right? But like when I am doing the story, I don't want to like you know there are games I play co-op with my friends. And if a game has a good story, I probably don't want to play it co-op because co-op massively detracts from any ability to like... Oh god. Like I really enjoyed playing Fear 3 co-op. It was great fun. Like, just stomped through it, no problem at all. And the story was all nonsense, and that was fine because we were having a great time playing co-op. Or funnily enough, Neverwinter Nights 1. Like, Neverwinter Nights is absolutely terrible RPG. But co-op, it was fine. It was robust. The dialogue was boring, so you didn't need to read it. Like, you weren't missing anything out. If you played like a good RPG co-op, you're really missing out on the experience. Should I go back and save? I think I probably should, because I've got no charges left. I'm assuming that the door won't close again. I'm not keen on that. Like, I don't like that the world sort of partially resets. Oh my now 8-year-old played. She watched me play Dark Souls for a while when she was about 4 or 5, and she was really cute saying Anor Londo. But yeah, she found the idea of the monsters respawning quite upsetting. Like, it actually kind of not scared her. Like, she wasn't like nightmares or anything like that, but she was just she was visibly shaken at the idea that restoring your health also restored the monsters. The fuck is that thing? That is intensely disturbing. It's a cool design. Really freaky. Oh, this is going to be one of those bosses. Yeah, I mean that's right. That's the thing about like the RSB&B guys asked me what I thought about the controversy over difficulty settings in Elden Ring, right? And like, so like Mod Raven, who plays games on easy, his opinion is like games should have easy mode because then I can play them. And then some people are like, but you don't play Dark Souls for the story, right? But they actually have done a very good job of making sights and sounds that are worth interacting with. It has very good, like, it's not graphics, right? It's like imaginative designs. Whoa! Like, what the fuck is this thing? I've never fought anything like this before. Well, sorry, I mean, like, I've fought cat statues before, but I've never fought anything that moves anything like that. That is weird as hell. So I used to play on easy when I was younger. Same reason as Mod Raven, right? I want to see the story, I'm enjoying the story, I don't want to be bothered by the gameplay. The game that taught me to play on hard, I'm going to tell the story probably every time I'm streaming. The game that taught me to play on hard was AVP2. Because AVP2 had flares in it. There's darkness, there's aliens coming out of the darkness, and you have flares that you can throw. You didn't need to, because the aliens would come out of the darkness, they'd hit you, you wouldn't die, and then you would just shoot them and kill them. So I didn't use a single flare like all game, because there was no reason to. And then playing on hard, if an alien ambushes you out of the darkness, you die, right? So actually, like, the mechanics were different. Now, you could argue it's a badly designed easy mode or a badly designed normal mode, and I do feel like the ideal is that hard shouldn't give a better game experience, but sometimes it does. I should do that, probably. Ah! And so, like, you know, if you played this on easy, you just wouldn't. It wouldn't be the same experience, right? Like, it wouldn't be the same game. You'd see the same graphics. You'd kill bosses with the same name. But you wouldn't remember them, right? Ah, I dodged. I was pressing dodge. God damn it! I'm so bad at these games. I didn't see a telegraph for that attack. So just when I'm next to him for long enough. So I have a thing I can use, right, to give myself more flask charges. I should probably do that now that I actually need it. How do I do that? Is that something I can do from here? Charge the flask. Use on golden seed. Cool. Use sacred tear. Right. Oh, and I can't level up because I don't have any. I can't remember how many souls I have. The one change I would have made, so like, you know, once I learned how the game works and I no longer cared about losing souls, right, the game becomes a lot more relaxing. The change I would make is that any souls that you lose, I mean, it would make less sense in this game, but what I would have done in Dark Souls is that any souls you lose get added to the boss, so that when you do eventually kill the boss, you get back all the souls that you lost to it. I think that would feel really satisfying. And I don't think it would really change the game in any way, because you can just farm that. You could trivially farm all those souls anyway, so it's not like it would make any difference to the balancing. Alright, buddy. Let's go. Oh, I could use the two-hander actually, couldn't I? Oh, man, I have not got the hang of the dodge, like... It's a much, like... I think in Bloodborne I got quite used to, like, dodging away, and the dodge is a lot more ponderous for this, like after the delay after attacking. Possibly because I'm using a two-hander. It's got very weird attacks, like... Are the bosses all unique? Like, are there more of these things later, or is this like a unique piece of content? Ah. Oh, okay, he does foreshadow that. It's just I was around the other side. Hey, I just called telegraphing foreshadowing. That's how you know I'm a right hander. Oh, bloody hell. Ah! I can definitely speed up the loading by doing that, right? Oh, should I try using the... I might try using the two-hander. Oh, hang on, and then unequip the shield. I mean, maybe I should be blocking it, but it's... Like, I mean... Its attacks certainly don't look like attacks that can be blocked, is what I would say. Like, it looks very much like attacks that I would be foolish to try and block. I'm still a one-handed. I'm two-handed now, aren't I? Yeah. Ah! Ah! So good. So good at this game. Could do something like this, though. Oh. Oh! I need to stay on that side of him because I keep missing that attack because you can't see any sign of it when you're on his left. And this was the kind of boss I found very easy in Bloodborne. I don't know why I'm struggling with this one. I think in Bloodborne you could often get behind, like they were a lot larger, and you could just kind of get behind their back leg, and then they just couldn't really do anything. Oh. Ah! So like I'm really, really bad at the basic like learning telegraphs and like memorizing boss attack patterns and like anticipating them and responding to them. I'm absolutely atrocious at that sort of gameplay. So like it will take me like 10 attempts to figure out to internalize. So I understand intellectually that when he's like crouching down and then he lays his sword down to the side, that means he's going to do the spin attack. It will be a long time until I actually remember that in a practical way and I'm able to do something about it. Yep, I saw him do it and I was like, he's going to do it. Okay, that one at least I can respond to. This feels like kind of a patience boss, which I guess makes sense given the visual style. Oh, bloody hell. Like it's kind of about waiting for an opening, right? Because he's quite ponderous. But that attack targets? Yeah, that attack hits you. It's quite hard to dodge. But that, like this sequence, you've actually got quite a lot of room to get in and... Oh no, it's fine enough out. Oh, I missed timing this. Ow. That seems like a shield. Are you supposed to shield that, I'm guessing? Ow. Bosses are balanced around the thing you get at the church. Do you mean like upgrading? Oh no no! Oh, I saw him do it! Bloody hell! Oh, the thing that I haven't got yet because we couldn't figure out how to trigger it. Yes. Okay. All right. I mean, I feel like I'm getting a bit more of a sense for the rhythm of it. It's I was being too impatient. Like it's not an aggressive boss, right? You wait for him to do his attack, and then he has some quite clearly. He has some very clear open, like times when he's open and you're not in any danger attacking. I just need to get the hang of it. I think the two-handed, like I keep misjudging my attack distance. I'm not sure if this two-hander is worth using or not, really. Might as well though. But so like that attack I just need to back away from because I can't dodge. And then he squats down slowly, and then he does fire. Sure. Oh, no, and that's quite tricky to get the timing. If you can get it, you get like an unobstructed attack. I could probably get some stronger attacks in on him when he does that. Oh, ah, what? I dodged that! God damn it. No, no, no! Absolutely wrecked. Easy one shot, no problem. Still no crab. I know. Absolutely. Let there be dog. Oh, I did it. Oh, lovely. It's a little bit grim, isn't it? So there's some sort of tree, and these are its roots, and it's nasty. That's what I'm picking up from this. Yeah, first attempt, no problem. I feel like I really need a fast way out from here, so I'm only like 2 seconds from the entrance. Seems overly generous. Also, I mean, isn't Dark Souls like famed for its clever level design where stuff joins up? Like, that's even Skyrim at least had the decency to have the dungeon loop round in a very contrived manner. Yeah, Dark Souls 1 is. Yeah, that's true. That's a shame. Is it dark now, or is it sunrise? Do you think that's sunrise? Oh. Well, I guess I'm a two-hander now. So what, did I find the... So there wasn't anything there. Okay, so I need to go back to the... I need to go back... Well, we were trying to waste time, and we wasted some time, but now I need to go back to the other place. I can't remember what my weapon was in... Oh, it was the... There's like a kind of rapier thing? No, not like a rapier. In Dark Souls, what was it called? I can't remember now. My main weapon in Dark Souls. It was the two-hander that when you put it in its scabbard, it becomes like a club, but I never put it in its scabbard. I can't remember what it was called. It's dawn now. All right, fine. Well, we'll try again. Oh, I could just fast travel, can't I? Because of this easy mode game where you can fast travel. It's funny, isn't it, thinking about player feedback? Like, if you look at player feedback for older RPGs, you'll see everyone complaining about fast travel.
This way, Tarnished.
Oh,
May I have a word?
hello.
A pleasure
Oh
to
my
meet thee,
God.
Tarnished. I am the witch Renna.
Your hat is
I'd heard tell of the
embarrassing.
Tarnished hurtling about atop a spectral steed, and upon looking into the matter, the talk I surmise is of thee. Thou art possessed of the power, no? To call forth a spectral steed named Torrent. Ah, as I had hoped, I was entrusted this for thee by Torrent's former master. 'Tis a bell for calling forth spirits. Summon them with it. From ash and return to the Erdtree, the spirits will obey thine command but briefly, as they recall battles past. Now it is thine, to do with as thou wishest.
Yeah, that's Welsh, yeah. Sorry, I took a mouthful of crisps. It's because she's doing Welsh, but she's also doing like I am a mysterious witch.
Forgive mine intrusion, Tarnished. I doubt we shall again meet. But all the same, learn well the lands between. How long will it be, I wonder, before the Tarnished tire of obeisance to the two fingers?
How am I doing for souls? Oh, I've got quite a lot. Should I level up some more? Could do some crafting. If I upgrade my longsword, am I going to immediately find a new longsword that's better and then regret upgrading my longsword?
Wait, weren't you... Well, you're back. Care to buy something?
I thought you were a Londoner, Chaplain. Or are you just living in London? Well, I should buy all this shit, right? Nerf men in OSRS. I mean, I nerf cows and I got into trouble for it, so Maybe I won't. Is there like an item comparison? Night, Percy. Yeah, I should probably stop. The straight sword regular soldiers use is probably better than yours. Is that something they'll just drop if I kill enough of them? Lord Sorn straight sword.
Goodbye.
Because I had a... I found like a Lord Sorn's great sword. Oh, excuse me. I mean, alternatively, like, because I need to use up a stone or something, right? Like, if I upgrade my longsword, it's going to use up one of my stones. Are those stones easy to get more of? Right. Can I just farm an indefinite number of them? Because if so, I'm not too worried. Okay, so I now have the ability to do summons. Oh, what's that gravestone there? What's that mean? I've got a gravestone. Near infinite. But they don't, so I can't farm them, but there are just lots. Is that it? The icon means you can use spirit summons here. Oh, okay. So can I summon a thing and then have it follow me around? They're not near infinite, they're infinite. Okay, yeah, cool. That is a big distinction. So am I supposed to interact with these things in some way other than what I am, or are they just weird? Right, okay. Well, so I was in this kind of little... Oh, I could go the other way, I guess. I haven't explored down here at all yet. Am I supposed to not go that way? Was that what Left meant by east? Or does he mean, like, over here? Like, because I haven't explored at all down here. The area to the south is low level, yeah. There's another beach there I haven't been to. There was a dungeon I never went to, right? Coastal Cave, I never did that dungeon. The area Dackle meant is incredibly obviously high level, right? Okay, so there's a whole lot to explore here. But then, but at some point I need to get through that fight at that ruin. Do I keep putting map markers down? Ugh. Shit. What's this glowing? Is that the summoning thing? No? What is that? I'm glowing because I'm so amazing. Oh, hang on. I've got a thing, haven't I? I've got a horse. Yeah. Ah, it doesn't feel so fast now. I'm out on the open road. Does it run? Yes, it does. He springs like a mountain goat. Ah, that's pretty joyful actually. That's good. I'm not sure whether my wife would like this game or not. Like, it's weirdly her kind of thing. Like her favourite thing, I'd said like she's a WoW player, right? I can't get to play RuneScape, but her favourite thing in WoW is when a new expansion comes out and there's new high level zones. She likes to go wander around high level zones she's not supposed to be in yet and try and survive in them and fight like rare monsters and stuff when there's no one else there yet because no one else has leveled up and no one else has bothered going there. And this game kind of feels like it kind of embodies that sort of attitude. The horse can double jump. Are those harpies like yelling? That's weird. I'll have a quick wander down here and then I should probably head to bed. Is that the harpies or is that something else? Oh, it's these guys. Oh, hello. Oh, you're having a bad time. Do you want to be cut down from there? No, apparently not. Ugh. Definitely feels like something I should be able to murder for XP. What's that? Cave of Knowledge, Stranded Graveyard. Was the Cave of Knowledge where I started? Or is the Cave of Knowledge something that's like buried in these cliffs that I haven't spotted? I keep pressing jump instead of dodge every time. I don't know why. That's definitely the... Oh, the Cave of Knowledge is the hole I jumped down, right? Yeah, that makes sense. Are these golden runes I'm picking up like are they like consumables that give runes when destroyed? So I can just check, can't I? Glowstone, ruin fragment. These are like summons, is that right? The soul items from Dark Souls. Oh, we only have one smithing stone. Wait, that's confusing. Do I need to use this? Or does it just work now that I own it? I mean, there's a difficulty curve thing here, right? Which is like the game is piling up abilities on me, and I haven't really used any of them yet, and I haven't really needed to use any of them yet, so I'm just kind of ignoring them. Like, that just sounds complicated and confusing, so I'm just ignoring it. Likely out of stamina. Oh, smithing stone. Is that that cave doesn't look safe. Offer life. Whoa, 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 what? Smash that. What? Did that bunny just like smash that as it ran past? Not bunny, but whatever the hell that is. Didn't expect giant, but hole. I don't think that's a good hole. The yelling's a bit like, eh. Weak foe ahead. Beautiful. I was saying that with Doom Eternal, right? Like there's a certain point at which all the horror in these games just becomes very, like, you just don't really notice it anymore. It all becomes a bit over the top. That trader down there, but no obvious way down, or more importantly, back up again. I mean, so far I like the ruins, but I don't like. Dark Souls was immediately captivating with its level design. You didn't have to go very far into Dark Souls for it to feel really, really like intriguing in the way that the level was laid out. This, by comparison, is very generic. Like, I've played a lot of games with a layout like this, with a sort of world design like this. I think like the first time you discover that, like the elevator, you unlock the elevator in Dark Souls, feels absolutely amazing. Yeah, this feels kind of generic by comparison, which is fine. I mean, it's fine, but it's not super interesting. Like, I don't just mean the open world element. I mean like, so like obviously Bloodborne and Dark Souls are both set in cities. Dark Souls is a little bit different, but like they're both set in these large cities. This is just kind of a generic meh environment. Like, this doesn't really do anything for me. I mean, maybe there are like giant ruined city areas later, in which case great. But like, that was what was surprising about Dark Souls, is you spend like 10 minutes in this like little open area, and then you immediately climb up into this vast city, and everywhere you look, there's just these ridiculous like vistas and incredible like, you know, you look down and there's like an entire other city district on the level below you or something like that, you know. And it just felt incredible. And yeah, this has been nothing like that so far in this. I don't feel like that sort of design is incompatible with open world. It's just they've chosen to focus on a more of a rural, sort of small ruins environment. I mean, like I already commented, right? Like these little ruined houses that are everywhere. You can't go in them, right? Like you could. There's nothing about the design that prohibits that. You just don't. The church you could go in, and that was cool. Are you dangerous? You don't look dangerous. The dog would be dangerous. Oh, it's a dog. It's not a wolf. It's a big fluffy dog. Oh. He is hostile. Okay. Does him not being hostile have any significance, or should I just kill him for the souls? Oh god. This is a very tough dog. Hey buddy. Okay, so there are like non-hostile people. It's fine. The fact that I'm looting golden runes suggests that those aren't an exhaustible... Because I'm pretty sure the soul items in Dark Souls were only from fixed drops, weren't they? So you couldn't like farm an infinite number of them. Oh, crab eggs. Nice. I need those for my souffle. Oh! Hey! Hello! Oh, check him out! Oh, is that what those things are? Are they crab eggs? Oh, I'm not going to go fight him just yet. Have you seen the Peppa Pig episode with the naughty crabs? That is the definitive crab name. Pinch, pinch, pinch. Naughty crabs. Everyone's all like crab rave, they don't even know. I'm assuming there was a dungeon down there. Is there a dungeon down there? I don't quite feel malicious enough to just murder them just now. Be wary of treasure chest. Can you backstab a rat? Nope. Fair enough, to be honest. Ah. Yeah, this is why I always used a thrusting weapon in the last game. Ah! Not okay. Not okay. You know what else is not okay? Picking up what is obviously visibly 3 butterflies and getting a single butterfly. So I want advice on avoiding the area Dackle warned about. Yeah, sure, yeah. If there's somewhere I'm not supposed to go and I'll just have a miserable time if I go there, I'm perfectly happy to not go there and be told not to go there. I'm not interested in banging my head against stuff that, like, I don't, like, personally I don't enjoy that kind of game design. Again, I don't want to criticize it. I know there are people that like it, but it's not for me even slightly. Triple check the chests in this area. Don't have trap ahead messages. Decoy ahead. There's a teleport chest to that area where you can't teleport back from. What does that mean? Like, don't open that chest. Is that what you're saying? Because that chest will teleport me to an area I don't want to be in and can't get back from. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, this is what I mean, right? The developers are assholes, right? This is why I wouldn't play this game without a walkthrough or someone guiding me, because it's like, oh, you just screwed yourself. Yeah, it just doesn't... that's not anything I have any interest in interacting with. I mean, I've worked with developers who had that sort of attitude. It was a bit, like, it's a bit strange, like, just sort of not like sort of antipathy, but then also there are players that like that, right? There are like players who enjoy that weird sort of badass, like, push and pull kind of thing. Oh, the developers got me, but I'll, you know, and then they feel like, you know, when they win, they feel it's almost like it's like a competitiveness, right? It's like with PvP, right? PvP victories are sweeter because you've defeated another human being, and that need for dominance is quite strong in some people, I think. And so I think it kind of appeals to that same attitude. It's like, because, you know, like Dungeons & Dragons stuff, like the Tomb of Horrors, was actually really common early on in the game. Ah, what the hell? I was blocking, dude. What the shit was that? Yeah, and like I like a good challenge. Like, as in my example of AVP earlier, like, I like a good challenge, and I like mechanics that are interesting. I like having to think my way around problems. I like having to, like, you know, I'm not a super challenge-focused person, but even I feel that sense of, like, I worked hard at it, and it paid off, and now I've done it. You know, like, that's so fundamental to what computer games are about. But yeah, the sort of like, yeah, that dominant sort of idea, I don't enjoy at all.
Ah, you must be the new Tarnished. You do
What is with
want to
these
stay
fucking
clear of
hats?
a lake, fledgling. The dragon roosts there, and it's as fearsome as it is majestic. So, unless you're mad or wish to be burned alive, stay clear of the lake. Don't be a fool. Turn back before it's too late.
My wife would just be like, I'm going in.
Don't be a fool.
That's like what she lives for, is like a dragon. Isn't that the lake though? Presumably. So he's not placed very helpfully to warn me. And it was a crab, right? Like, there was some dragon burned ruins, which did immediately catch my attention, but then aha. That's what I'm after. I should stop. It is late. I will stop here, I think. I mean, I'm probably around again tomorrow evening. So I might carry on there. That lake has tons of things. Alright. I'm inclined to avoid it for now, if I'm honest. Can I level up? Should I level up? So what's Vigor? Vigor is more hit points. Yeah, that's rubbish. Strength, that's where it's at. I don't know. I'll leave it for now. What's this? You can place items you're carrying in the chest. Oh yeah, cool. Alright, I'm going to leave it there. That saved, right? Doing that. I don't need Vigor though because of my incredible dodging and parrying skills. No enemies ever hit me, so it's fine. I one-shot that boss without getting hit. You remember? That definitely happened. Maybe, maybe not. Alright, good night. Cheers everyone.